rodeo road trip. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Max Crosby rumors are back at it as Albert Breer with SI.com reports the Cowboys will be one of 7 teams keeping tag on the Pro Bowl edge rusher. In other Cowboys news, edge rusher Donovan Eziraku will likely be out until training camp after last year's second-round pick had surgery to repair a hip labrum injury he played through last season. Finally, in college football news, the Texas Longhorns have hired former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops as a special assistant to Steve Sarkisian. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Wait a minute.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. Here to my left.
Here I am.
Dapper gentleman.
Where?
Oh, yes. Looking sharp today, Rob.
Thank you, sir. You too.
The big boss man in town.
Yeah, we're suited up today. We got
That's
this.
Rob Thompson, by the way.
It's parade review.
Oh, yes.
Anybody who's been in the military knows what this is like.
Yes.
Make sure your quarters are clean.
I have my inspection uniform
You got
on.
your clean chones on.
Which shoes did you wear today, Vic?
Oh, he's got the Travises on. He's representing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
representing.
They're all shined
His shoes
up.
are worth more than my car.
I see your. Well, your car's not worth much right now.
No, it's
it's
not.
I see your.
It lights up too much.
Yeah, you didn't wear a collared shirt today, huh, Vic?
Nah.
That's a
Well,
bit of
this
a
one-
misstep.
It has a collar, which is kind of a step up, but just not a tall collar.
Yeah.
It's a clean T-shirt, but it matches the Travises. He's coordinated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you.
Oh,
Good.
Got to
Look good.
coordinate.
Look good.
thanks, man. Thanks.
We're a fine-looking crew for the
We'll get
suit.
through it.
Our dear leader does arrive today.
Yeah, we're all very nervous.
Dressed
very
in
nervous.
cowboy blue.
Oh God. Yeah, they put a
What is
a sign on our door. What does it
Oh,
say?
yeah.
It's Cowboys Bar or something?
I don't know what. It's something like it's very a weird thing.
It's a very
What's that say, Vic?
It says Dallas Cowboys Sports Bar.
Dallas Cowboys Sports Bar on the door of our studio now.
Wait, it also says Cowboys fans welcome, others tolerated.
Cowboys fans welcome, others tolerated. And to put that up, they moved the sign that said, "Hey, don't come in here during studio. Don't come to the studio during
nobody reads
the
that,
hours
Dave.
of 6 to 10."
Who reads that? You think anybody's ever seen that sign and stopped?
No, they
I
just
don't
look
think
through
so.
the window and
I
open
just
the door.
come on in. I don't think anybody's ever actually read that sign.
Yeah. Well, they don't care what we got going in here, as long as the boss is impressed by the.
We hope so.
I don't think. By the way, I don't think our boss, who's from like New York, Connecticut, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not a Cowboys fan, so he's not going to be impressed with that Cowboys sign. It was our Morgan is the one who she loves the Cowboys.
Yes, she does.
And
That's her building.
Morgan is our nearest. She's our suit. She's our
Yes.
local suit.
she's
our
the local
local
boss.
suit.
Our local suit. And then we have our national suit arriving today.
But remember when at Christmas time when she asked my shirt size, and I said, "Do
You're
not
going to get me a Cowboy
do
shirt.
not give me a
Don't
Cowboy
wait.
shirt. It's a waste of resources to give me a Cowboy shirt." So she didn't. She gave everybody else a Cowboy shirt.
She
but
did. It
not
was
me.
nice.
Yeah, well, I don't have one.
It's the good one with the laser etching.
Yeah, I would never wear it.
I know you would. I wouldn't blame you. But it's a very, it is an interesting way to dress up the house when you got company coming. Let's put up the rival team because he's probably a Giant fan. You gotta
Probably
figure.
so.
Let's put up the team that you guys hate the most.
I like to assume he's a Giants fan because the worst case scenario is he's a Jets fan.
Well, then I
Which
feel
then I got
sorry
a question
for him.
about like what kind of a leader is this?
Then I got a lot of other financial
Bless his heart.
and although I might be his Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah, hey.
You never know.
If I play my cards right,
I might butt fumble for him.
I might be his Mark Sanchez.
I made a big trip last night, friends.
Yeah, you got a little local flavor last night. A little local
I'm
hoops.
so puro.
You're above 99.9999% of this city.
Yeah, how many
went
of you
and saw
guys
Incarnate Word see him play a basketball game?
How many of you guys sat courtside at Incarnate Word games?
Never.
How many people were in the building? I mean, it was a relatively big.
Roughly 100.
That's about right.
Yeah, maybe 200. I don't know. It's not a very big place.
Did you know that the natatorium, which is as you were walking in, it was built by and funded primarily by Roger Staubach, as his daughter was on the swim team here.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I've got a friend his name is Juggalo Trey.
That's not. Is he related to Roger?
Well,
See, like
his
I don't want to get into what went on in the 70s.
Roger had a very friendly relationship with his mother.
See, I was afraid of this.
Oh, man.
And Roger Staubach bought him a bike when he was a kid. And he had, like, no suspicions that maybe Roger Staubach was banging his mom.
DNA don't lie.
It's like,
Roger's worth nearly $1 billion now. If I was him, I'd DNA test that thing.
what do you think, you think Roger was just like, oh, yeah, I want to buy your son a bike to every lady out there? Come on, man. And
Well,
he's like,
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
What's his name?
His name's Trey. I called him Juggalo Trey because he looks like a juggalo. He's not, but he does look like one. He's got like curly red hair and he's a bit portly and he looks like what you would imagine one would look like.
Well, you know, Incarnate Word has its lore, has its history.
Well, it was my first time going there. I was able to buy a Modelo. I didn't realize I was going to be able to drink beer there.
It's a Catholic university. They have their sacramental beer.
Yes, it was a Modelo, Bud Light, or Mick Ultra. That was my options.
Well, they're not going to have. I mean, unless there's maybe they would have a brewing class on
maybe
campus
like
that would sell the local brews.
Yeah, maybe. I thought maybe they'd have like an IPA or something like that. No.
It's college kids. They can't afford
keeping it
that
simple.
crap.
Keeping it simple. That's all right. But it was.
So you took Holden.
I took both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had only gotten 2 tickets for me and Holden because I didn't think my oldest was going to be home in time, but he got home early and I was able to grab another ticket.
And there.
This
is the last conference game, or they're about finished up.
Yeah, last home game of the season, and it was good game. My son may have hindered Incarnate Word's chances at victory.
Okay.
By performing a TikTok trend.
Oh,
what?
No.
Yeah.
What's the trend?
When someone's shooting a free throw, you yell out in a very effeminate voice, "That's my man."
I love that.
Sweet.
And the dude missed?
He missed.
Sweet.
But it was an Incarnate Word dude.
I don't care.
And,
you missed that, man. You deserve it.
Jake gave him $5 to do it. And
That's my man.
That's my man.
I love that, man.
The referee turned around and was like, "What the?"
Yes.
But yeah, missed the front end of a 1-and-1 because, and I don't know if it's because maybe he's just a crappy free throw shooter, but
No, you blow a free throw like that, you deserve everything you get.
yeah.
Whether that's my man. That's good.
But yeah, Holden made $5 off of that, and it's a good day for him. And yeah, Incarnate Word, it was a really good game actually. They were good. It was tight up until like the last minute and a half, and then once the foul game started happening, Stephen F. Austin pulled away. They won by 8. But it was a really competitive game all the way throughout.
I think Hyman's a good coach. I'd like him to recruit a little bit more local, but you know, he's got a couple of kids from Texas. He's got 2 from Houston, the rest from elsewhere. I'd just like to see a little bit more local ballers. We got the talent here.
And Stephen F. is Stephen F's a team to beat in that conference. So it was a good game to be competitive in. My wife was like, "Oh, you guys are courtside. Can I watch the game on TV? See if I can see you."
Well, the fact that it was even a thought that somewhere in this grand universe you could find the Incarnate Word Stephen F. game to be broadcast.
The beauty of ESPN Plus is you can watch any sporting event. Like you could, if they were playing volleyball last night, we would have been able to watch it.
Remarkable day that this is available to you.
But
But not at Incarnate Word.
Not at Incarnate Word. Now, I've watched Incarnate Word because I've bet on some games before and watched their games on TV.
Be careful, you're going to have to call a 1-800 number if you mention that too often.
Well, listen.
You're betting Incarnate Word.
So I've seen that they have the technology to broadcast on television. But last night when she switched over to the game, it was a black screen and only audio. So it was like the play-by-play guys announcing the game, but something was wrong with the cameras. I was like, oh, that's pretty typical. That sounds about right.
For a couple years, I did the Incarnate Word football broadcasts. I was the color analyst.
Okay.
I was the color analyst for the football program. And why wouldn't you hire me? I'd played Madden. I knew how to read defenses. And their SID at the time was a wonderful gentleman, a man in San Antonio's history that really has stories still. His name was Wayne Witt. And Wayne was the PR guy for the Spurs back in the ABA days.
Okay.
Glorious stories. Wonderful. And we would hit the road, about 3 or 4 of us, and travel around doing football games for Incarnate Word in the days where, there's a few more people care than now. Than then. But
right.
It was, I can't imagine those games being broadcast to anybody on television because they weren't good. They weren't worth listening to. I can't hardly thinking about sitting there watching.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's probably a tough watch. How many people go to those games?
The football game's better. I did it the first 2 years when they had first started playing lower D1 when they first kind of got into it. So we were sacrificial lambs. We were getting roasted wherever we went. But since then we've had some. You've seen the success. We've got one guy that was a number 1 overall draft pick that started out here. So things grew rather rapidly. But back in the old days, the very thought of an Incarnate Word, any sporting event being broadcast on TV sounds crazy.
Well, you laid the groundwork, Rob.
I did.
You laid the groundwork.
I was the roadkill that became the highway.
That's right. And so that was my first college hoops game in San Antonio. I still haven't been to a UTSA game. I guess that'll have to be next year.
Did Holden appreciate the scenery?
I think he did. He was trying to play it cool.
Good.
But there was.
That's always good to take a young man on a college campus to start getting an idea of what's out there. If that's in his future, if he decides to go there.
I think he ruined it when he yelled, "That's my man."
I imagine there were some people in this gym laughing like I was. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, man. Except, of course, you did it for the home team.
Yeah. Well, that was the deal. The only reason he did is because it had to be on the end of the court where we were.
Oh, okay.
And that just happened to be where Incarnate Word was shooting in the second half.
I might steal that. I didn't know that was a trend.
Yeah, so
that's my man.
That's my man. And the referee does the what the?
Normally at a missed free throw, it's an angry dad. They're called free throws. They're free.
Well, that's my man. Is the that's. I don't know if it's better or worse than they're yelling about free throws, but either way, good time and got a little local flair in there.
And a cold beer.
Yeah, and I can't complain. Now I'll tell you this though.
How was the popcorn? You're a popcorn aficionado.
I was disappointed in the popcorn, quite frankly. It's a small bucket, and it's $5.
Oh, well, you're funding.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like there's nothing to it. It's just it's straight out of the popper.
Oh, it's not.
There's no.
They didn't flavor it up. Well, they're at the end of the year. they're cleaning out the closet.
Yeah, so that was a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little disappointed about the popcorn, but if that's the worst part of the experience, no big deal. I'd stopped before and had a beer and pizza at the Growler Exchange over there on Broadway.
Oh yeah, down the road.
Yeah,
closer to downtown.
Yeah, and that was good. But my big complaint is when you try to get directions to this arena.
Oh, it's back. It's way deep back in the chasm of the Incarnate Word campus.
It's like, turn left, you've arrived.
Turn left, turn right. Like which building?
I say, okay, so we park. And then we had to ask some gals, like, hey, where's the basketball arena there? She was like, oh, you're far away.
Oh, you parked on the front side.
Yeah, like I parked right off of Broadway.
Yeah, you parked on the front side.
That's where it said to come in, and it was like, you've arrived.
It wasn't. It wouldn't have been a terrible walk, but yeah.
It was like a 5-10 minute walk. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was like, but my Waze had no idea where this arena was, so it was.
But when you get back in there, that's kind of cool the way they put right by the football stadium and the nauditorium and the gym. It's a pretty campus.
Yep, it is a very nice part of town. Yeah, it's a good experience. So we had a good time. So Everyone who says I never talk about Incarnate Word Sports.
There you go. You're right.
That was it.
There it is.
That was it. Probably the last time I'll do that. Although they'll play in the conference tournament here coming up now.
When is do we know where the tournament is? Did they announce?
Southland. It's what I think it's in. I think it's in Katy.
Oh, that gym right there on 10.
Yeah. I think that's where they do the Southland Conference tournament.
I think you're right.
All right, let's take a break. We got plenty to discuss today. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound at Fresno. Accident, right lane. Road work continues, 35 northbound, the off-ramp to Randolph Boulevard, the exit ramp blocked. A stall at 90 eastbound at 1604, now off to the shoulder. And we're starting to fill in a little bit along 35 southbound, New Braunfels to St. Mary's. And Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value Menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value Menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Texas is leading America again, and John Lujan is a big reason why. Working side by side with Governor Greg Abbott, Representative John Lujan helped bring high-paying jobs home and strengthen Texas's energy dominance. Now, John Lujan is ready to bring the Trump agenda home to Texas. That means fighting for affordability, higher-paying local jobs, and lower federal taxes for working families. It means defending Texas energy, protecting oil and gas jobs from failed liberal policies, and keeping America #1 in energy production. It means securing our border, making President Trump's border policies permanent, crushing the cartels, stopping fentanyl, and ending human trafficking. And it means rebuilding our military. No social experiments, no distractions, just the strongest, toughest fighting force on earth. Conservative John Lujan is the only candidate endorsed by the San Antonio Express-News, Texas Alliance for Life, and Governor Greg Abbott. On March 3rd, vote Republican John Lujan for Congress. Abbott, Trump, Lujan, a tough team for Texas.
Political ad paid for by John Lujan for Congress.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah, how much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really free. It's part of A to Z savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Out here in the fields.
You a Who fan?
Fought for my meals. Oh, yeah.
There's a particular vein.
Yeah, baby.
Pete Townsend's kind of a god to me.
Who doesn't like the Who?
Well, I mean, no one dislikes them, but they were kind of, I mean, there was a kind of a three-headed monster back then. You had the Who, you had the Stones, you had the Beatles, and you had to kind of.
I mean, you forgot Zeppelin.
Well, Zeppelin was a whole other thing.
What? I fought for my meals. If you ever go to a live UFC event, this song, Baba O'Reilly, plays right before they start the main card.
Oh, really?
And it's like the entirety of the
on every match?
Like
or every card?
Every card, before they start the main card, and they have a montage of like the greatest moments in UFC history, and it goes all the way back to like UFC 1, and it's like it is one of the coolest things. Like and you'll be watching, if you're a fight fan, you'll be watching, you'll just realize, "Oh my god, I've been watching this for 4 minutes straight." And it's like,
and you didn't realize it.
No, it's just clip after clip of dude getting knocked out, and it's
I wonder if that's Dana's favorite song.
I don't know, but that's when I hear this song now. That's what I think of. I mean, I've been to probably 100-something UFC events, so I've seen it a lot of times.
So it's one of those things. It's either good or really bad to be on the highlight reel.
Yes,
really good or really bad.
You're either the best or the worst.
Yes.
Teenage wasteland.
In Spinal Tap, they made fun of them for writing a rock opera. And Spinal Tap tried to do their own Saucy Jack.
Yeah.
About Jack the Ripper.
What do you think of the drumming in this, Vic? What do you think of the Who's drummer?
Very basic.
One of the greatest.
Yeah. Well, on this song, it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Powerful, but basic.
But name a drummer who could do more drugs than Keith.
John Bonham.
All right. Well, that's in the discussion.
There you go.
That's top 2 right there.
Yeah, they're 1 and 1A. Yes. Moon the Loon. All right. What a band, the Who. What a band.
No Haircut 100.
How come there's no
I'll play that next.
How come you haven't taken me to a Who cover band?
There hasn't been one. I think they've lost favor.
Man,
that guy used to do Rod Stewart and Who, and then no one cared anymore.
Well, it was the Rod Stewart thing. I would have left him. I would have said, "I'm not. That's the same guy. I'm leaving." I hate Rod Stewart. No, I do not really like Rod Stewart. Actually, that's not my favorite.
A lot of children conceived.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. The San Antonio Spurs. You may have heard of them. They are on a 1-game losing streak.
Suck.
Yeah, can't
fire Mitch.
A lot of people have said that. They are back in action tonight, though. They end The rodeo road trip tonight. Finally.
I'll tell you what, we've had a lot in our years as Spurs fans. The rodeo road trip was this ceremonial boot camp where the team left town one thing and came back home something else. And I'll be damned if Mitch Johnson has not done that. The team left here one thing and came back something entirely different. It really is a transformational thing for the Spurs. And as much as we want to build the Marvel Arena and all that, I think that this rodeo road trip has done more for the success of the Spurs by how Pop and the coaching staff has handled it over the last 25 years than anything else. It really is, if done correctly, an opportunity for a team to not only come together as a team, but to really refine themselves with no exterior thing. You're not going home to a crying baby. You're not dealing baby mama stuff or wife stuff. You're going back to the hotel room, and you're going through your walkthroughs and you're going through practice. And I think Pop refined it and perfected it, and Mitch had a chance to kind of take his own part of it. But think about this. This team went undefeated in February. They left town and didn't lose a game until Sunday.
How many times in history have they gone on an 8-1 road trip like this?
It's rare. It's rare. We've had moderate success over the years.
Two of those games were semi-road games.
True. Yeah. I mean, it is easier than it was in the past, no doubt. But to me, it's just this transformational thing that the Spurs have been able to take this remarkably negative thing, the fact that you don't get to stay home for a month, and turn it into this on the road training camp OJT thing that when they come back refined and ready for the chase. So far, Mitch, they handled this extraordinarily well.
You're right.
I mean, it really was a ridiculous achievement for what they did over the last 4 weeks.
And what's crazy is, I mean, outside of the Knicks loss, only one game on this whole road trip was it even competitive.
Right.
That was the Raptors game. Every other game, they got blowout wins. They were comfortably better than everybody on this trip. It was a good trip.
And with that, I mean, it's a perfect storm of a lot of things that are happening all at the same time. I mean, more teams tanking than ever before, and things that are kind of not appropriate to competition. But at the end of the day, I think a Spurs fan can, if you're still trying to find a reason not to like Mitch, if you're still trying to find things that you're not quite sure about. I
don't like his voice. That's it for me.
He's got the Doc Rivers syndrome.
Yeah, like he swallowed some rocks.
But you can check the box of he understands momentum and team building because he tried some different things. He got a lot of minutes for his stars. He got the win back for Wemby. He kind of escalated the way Dylan Harper's perceived around the country. All the good things that happened with winning, he got it done. And this was in spite of the fact that I don't think Wemby's had a particular good couple of weeks.
No, he's not.
He's played the numbers.
He's not had a great couple of weeks.
The numbers tell you he is a stud. But when you watch him, there's so much more to be had. So this was a success primarily because of the other dudes. And I think that is even more interesting.
Yeah, there's no way to not view this trip as a success. And I think you're right. I think this is the kind of thing that can galvanize a team. I still, the playoffs are going to be the playoffs.
Well, we got a taste of what the real world is on Sunday. And I think Windhorst put it best. When and if the Spurs lose, they're going to lose like that.
Yeah.
You can just circle it. And when and if they get knocked out of the tournament, it'll be because of games like that.
They wrap it up in Philly tonight, where they are 8.5-point favorites. That number goes ahead and assures me that Joel Embiid is not playing tonight.
It feels that way.
So it'll be the Spurs against Maxey and Edgecombe, and I mentioned Andre Drummond, who Andre Drummond is the kind of player that Wemby has cried and complained about after every game that they've lost. So let's hope that we don't have sound for that tomorrow.
I get the sense we will.
He was very physical with me. I did not like when he elbowed me in the chest. But yeah, the Spurs expected to get back on the winning train in Philadelphia tonight. Although I still think even without Embiid, Philly is a little underrated, man. They're a pretty good team, I think. I think that people buried them prematurely. I think also people didn't realize how good Embiid would be when he was back. And of course, he's hurt again, which that's the downside of having a Joel Embiid. But when he's on the floor, he is still one of the 10 best players in the world. And again, 8.5 tells me he's not going to be on the floor tonight. So.
I can't imagine that. Even without him, that's a big number.
I agree. It doesn't feel. I wouldn't be comfortable laying that, especially like I said, because Embiid's replacement is a big physical, like what I call a glass eater, a big rebounding, like a tough guy. That is not ideal for San Antonio. I mean, I think they win. I would hope they win. This is you should beat the Sixers when they're without their best player.
Yes, this is a team that's not what they're going to be eventually. I'm trying to see Drummond on the daily fantasy lines, and I can't find him, because if you could find him, I'd certainly look for the more.
Yeah. And that's the good thing is for the Spurs, Maxey, as great as he is, my expectation is Steph Castle will be thrown at him, and it'll be a rough night, or at least it should be a rough night for him. You got something on Drummond?
Points and rebounds, 16.5.
Oh, I like that.
More than that.
What if I just
9.5 rebounds? I like
that's
that.
That's the one. Yeah, just forget
points, rebounds, and assists, 19.5. I like that. Rebounds and assists, 11.5. I think he'll pull 12 rebounds on his own.
I think so too. Rebounds at 9.5 that's enough for me. That's
combined. Drummond, Wembanyama, 21. I like that one too.
21 what?
Rebounds combined.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Go make some money tonight. We'll talk about this at the Daily Lines later.
Oh yes. All right, let's take a break. We'll talk more about the game as the day goes on. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound at Fresno. Accident, right lane. Road work continues, 35 northbound, the off-ramp to Randolph Boulevard, the exit ramp blocked. A stall at 90 eastbound at 1604, now off to the shoulder. And we're starting to fill in a little bit along 35 southbound, New Braunfels to St. Mary's. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
When orders change, the whole family moves. And when one person pursues a degree, the whole family supports them. American Public University makes it affordable and flexible so military families can make an impact and keep family first. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Thinking about starting testosterone? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all dosing from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise. At Synergenics and Low T Center, they offer insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for effectiveness and safety. Their board-certified providers adjust your dose based on your labs and how you feel. This month, they are offering a free T-test for men, $200 off women's hormone testing, and major savings on GLP-1 weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
Hi, I'm April Ansira with the Ansira Auto Group. We've teamed up with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star to give away $60,000 to local charities in our Bracket for a Cause contest. 64 local charities will be randomly paired with tournament teams. The winner will get $50,000, while the team that suffers the biggest loss gets $10,000. All the details on how your nonprofit can enter are online at Ansira.com. That's Ansira.com. Good luck.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-1076. 800-499-1076. 800-499-1076.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, the Spurs have one more leg on their rodeo road trip in Philly to take on the Sixers.
And we will have the latest Cowboys and NFL news. We'll even talk about it with Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com at 5:15.
I hope she has some answers about what Jerry's going to do.
Please.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You a fan of this one?
Oh, yes.
It gets better.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
It's hard not to be in a goofy mood when you hear this.
Oh. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We'll get into more of the Spurs game as the day goes on, but there's plenty to discuss today, including a couple beatdowns that took place last night. Arizona, good at sport.
That is a fine basketball team. You know, they destroyed Iowa State, and the guy that I was most impressed with on that team at the beginning of the season has turned out to be fair to Midland. Koa Pete's going to be a good pro, but he's obviously a very young man. Got some work to do.
He's a good player, though.
No, he's really good.
Mistake.
He's a top 10, 12 pick, but they're carried by this kid, Burries. This guy is a legitimate NBA
Burries.
guard.
What they do is they've got Burries in the backcourt, and then it's Koa Pete. I don't know how to pronounce Krivas' first name, and then there's the Karchanov, like the three bigs in the front, and then it's Burries and Jaden Bradley in the backcourt. But even their backcourt guys, Burries and Bradley, they don't play like little golf. I mean, everybody on that team is just super physical. Toby Owaka's the other guy. I'm not even mentioning him. He was arguably the best player on the floor last night.
That's an NBA-sized team.
I mean, they just run you over. And
I was so impressed with them last. I mean, legitimately championship, not Final Four team. This is a championship.
I agree.
They dispatched a team that rolled in thinking they were going to win. Iowa State in warm-ups, did you see their look in their eyes? They were ready to play. This was not a flat basketball team. They came in to try to prove a point and got shut down.
Yeah. Again, when you get what you want at the rim.
That is, I'm not kidding. This is one of those teams. That was a revelation last night. Arizona proved something to me because I thought Iowa State had proved something to me in the last game. I mean, the way that they had been, it's 3 games ago.
Against Kansas?
Yeah, against Kansas.
Yeah.
They showed me something, a next level that I didn't think they were capable of. Last night, that level wasn't even available. They couldn't even reach it with their best effort to get to where they got against Kansas, which tells me
Remember,
Arizona.
There's a team that won back-to-back games against Kansas and Houston and then just got absolutely obliterated by Arizona, who just won the Big 12. They are the Big 12 champions now.
They should be.
That's a team to beat in March. And the best thing about them, arguably, is I can't imagine that you could put a team on the floor that will draw more fouls than them.
Absolutely,
because there's no pull-up jump shooting. It's I'm going to take this to the basket. Are you going to stop me? And if you don't get in my way, you're screwed. And I think they had like 26 or 27 free throw attempts last night.
This is not my old Arizona team.
No.
You think of what the Lute Olson years of finesse and phenomenal athletic play, but without any kind of backbone. This is Xavier basketball being played in the Big 12 with 5-star athletes. I mean, these guys hit the rim, they hit the ground, and the guy's got a smooth jumper too. There's more NBA guys on that team, and that's normally not my grade. That's not how I look at college teams, but I'm just saying legitimately there's as much NBA talent on that team as there is anybody anywhere in the country. And then you combine with how good they looked. This is after I saw Duke just destroy North Carolina State at home, just sit them down and shut them up. And I thought at the end of that game, Duke is just as good a team as there is. They're not the most talented in the country. They've got two of the most talented dudes, but all in all, they're just the best team. And then Arizona rolled out and kind of proved me different. There are three phenomenal basketball teams in college right now. It is Michigan, it is Duke, and it is Arizona.
Yep.
Those are the three right now that are punching.
I'll put Florida in that group.
You know
right
what?
now
I
too.
should. You're right. There are four. Florida right now is peaking. So we got four heavyweights right now, and I think I just named your legitimate top 4 seed. Now, who the number 1 overall is after last night, and what I've seen from Duke, it is 1 and 1A.
Yeah, Duke. I mean, Duke is the team to beat right now. I think I believe they're the favorites. I'll check that in a minute. Tommy Lloyd, the coach at Arizona, said last night that he was talking about the narrative that West Coast teams play soft.
Well,
and
it's
he said,
for the most part true.
He said the narrative's been that we're soft. It's lazy. He says, I mean, look at our stats, look at our analytics. We've always been a great rebounding team. We've always pounded the paint. If you want to just be lazy and not pay attention and say we're soft because we're on the West Coast, be lazy. And I'd love to play against your team.
Prove it. That is a true statement on both sides. There's a reason for the analogy to soft, because there hasn't been a team win the NCAA tournament west of the Mississippi, or west of Baylor in 40 years?
Yep.
I mean, it's been a long time. So there's a reason to. Well, I guess UCLA would be the last one, right? I mean, legitimately.
Up west of Baylor?
Yeah. So we're talking 25, 30 years. It's a well-earned moniker, but we just talked about it. This is not your typical West Coast, certainly not your typical Big 12 basketball team. They play Big 10 basketball.
Casey says, don't forget UConn. There's 5 legit title contenders this year. We'll see.
UConn's close, but
we'll
they
see
ain't there.
if they prove it. And then he said Arizona's West Coast.
Yes.
It's a West Coast basketball.
Look at who their players are. They're all West Coast players.
Yeah. Arizona's lost 2 games this year. They lost them back-to-back in the middle of last month. They lost by 4 at Kansas, which
they avenged that. And
they lost by 3 in overtime against Texas Tech, what was one of the best games of the year. This team can play with anybody.
So impressed.
And they are legit. And I've said a lot that Florida now is different than Florida at the beginning of the season, but this team waxed Florida at the beginning of the season too. Arizona did. They beat Florida. They beat Alabama. They beat Alabama by like 20-something points early in the season. These guys are legit, man. There's no doubt in my mind. They beat UConn at UConn. They went and beat them there. So they are road tested, battle tested. They went into Houston and won.
And what makes it even better, and at least for my taste, is I've always been a fan of their uniform. They have a good uniform. They do. Arizona's got one of the best collegiate basketball uniforms going.
All right. I like when they wear the gray.
I like the band around the bottom of the shorts. Whatever for whatever reason, I've always thought they have a top-notch uniform. And last night was their prototypical Arizona whites, and they look good. They played good too.
Well, Big 12 champions. You mentioned Duke, 93-64 win on the road at NC State. My God, man! Like I said, I wanted to bet NC State yesterday. I said, but I've just got no appetite to go against Duke right now, and that's why. I mean, it was never even in doubt.
Cam Boozer looks like a 5-year NBA pro playing with college kids.
Yeah,
he's a half second or a millisecond faster.
If you told me he was 23, I'd believe you.
He's so savvy. Watching him play, and pay attention to how he talks and communicates with his teammates during the game. I mean, he's quarterback on the court. He's pointing out defenses. He's telling the cutters which way to cut, and he's not even involved in the play. I mean, what a guy to have running around on your floor because he does everything.
Yeah. I got to say, I expect that Duke's last game is against North Carolina. And my guess is, now, one of Duke's 2 losses this year came against North Carolina.
Yeah, but the guy that did that ain't playing right now.
And that was a game that Duke dominated almost the entirety of the game and then melted at the end. My guess is that Duke is going to put belt to ass on this North Carolina team to finish out the season.
It'll be an exclamation point.
Avenging that one loss of the year. Caleb Wilson had 23 points in that game for North Carolina.
Yeah, he single-handedly won that game.
He is not going to be around for this one. So my guess is we see a thorough slashing this weekend.
They're peaking. I love to see great teams be great at the right time, and watching what Duke did, watching what Arizona did, watching what Michigan did the other night. These teams, I think Michigan took the butt whipping they took from Duke to heart, and they kind of turned things around. So, and again, Florida on a roll. This is setting up for exactly what we want. We want 4 high-end 1 seeds and another 4 2 seeds that all have a reason to expect to be there. And I think we're getting real close to that.
All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, PPL Motorhomes, and Encira Auto Group. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good. Being right more is better. But man, it feels so good to be right.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Calling all flag football fans, HEB and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Dallas Cowboys Flag Football Classic, presented by HEB. Join us Saturday, March 21st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Star Complex Center in San Antonio to watch local youth flag football teams take the field, hang with Rowdy at the Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame trailer, and more. For more details, visit DallasCowboys.com/HEB flag today.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Dun, 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 dun. Casey says if available when the Spurs pick with Atlanta's pick, they should take Cam Boozer.
I'm all about that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
Someone tells me, I mean, you got to hope that that's a pretty good pick.
There has to be
he's
some
going to go high, man.
Bad medicals come back for him to fall all the way to that.
Depending, I mean, who knows where the lottery ends up, but yeah, that's pie in the sky kind of hope. What's funny is I don't know what would the Spurs do if they had a top 5 pick? Would they keep it or move on from it?
I don't think you can pass up on a top 5 pick.
It's tough because I don't know that they I don't know that they would look to add another young piece to this thing.
But I don't see how you pass on a top 5 pick, especially in a draft like this. I think you do what you did last year. Well, we're going to take the best guy available and let's just throw the dice because nothing wrong with being too talented.
I mean, it's certainly this is the deepest draft in a long time. This is a really deep draft. Like I think if you've got if you have a lottery pick, you've probably got a player, legit shot at a player.
And I think what you brought up is valuable to know because it does allow you to treat it like a buffet. You can truly go get absolutely what you need and not go with, well, he's the best player available when you draft here. Now because there's 8 players that could all justify a first round and #1 overall pick or pretty close to it. And if you're drafting 5th or 6th, you might not go get the best dude sitting out there because you don't need him, but you can get the best dude for you, and you can justify it. But the problem with that situation is rarely does that pan out. The best thing to do always is draft the best guy there. Always. I'm always about that, but it does allow you a little bit of ability to kind of, do I want a power forward? Do I need a shooting 3? What exactly do I need? And there's one of those in the draft.
Latest mock draft has Spurs taking guy you like, Koa Pete.
Big old bruiser,
6'8"
man.
wing, 19 years old. First of all, elite rebounder, great at the rim, very tough, very physical, can't shoot a lick.
None.
Does not even want to shoot. That's going to be and again, that's if you can accept that, it ain't a bad thing.
Right. If that foot fits, you can justify it, but that's not normally the best way to go about stuff.
He's not a great free throw shooter either, but there is a lot to like about him. But there's a lot to like about a lot of players in this draft. All right. 3 hours to go before Rob gets to go home and nap all day because his wife's working.
Yeah.
Morning Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BOUNCE to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BOUNCE to 215215. That's BOUNCE to 215215. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really. Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the OrthoNow Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, "After hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words "switch today" in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are definitely starting to fill in and slow down. 90 eastbound 211 to 410. That's rolling slowly. Also noticing delays on 35 southbound New Braunfels to St. Mary's. 1604 northbound Calabria to Housman, also filling in. And heading out of the New Braunfels area, Comal County, 35 southbound 337 Ruckel Road to Schwab Road. That's starting to slow down as well. Still have that stalled 18-wheeler, 35 southbound at Walters. It's off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back after a tough loss in New York Sunday. They're in Philadelphia to close out the rodeo road trip. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Max Crosby rumors are back at it as Albert Breer with SI.com reports the Cowboys will be one of 7 teams keeping tag on the Pro Bowl edge rusher. In other Cowboys news, edge rusher Donovan Ezeraku will likely be out until training camp after last year's second-round pick had surgery to repair a hip labrum injury he played through last season. Finally, in college football news, the Texas Longhorns have hired former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops as a special assistant to Steve Sarkisian. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We were looking during the break. This is such a confusing situation with the Spurs draft picks this year because the Spurs right now, apparently the only draft pick they fully own is the Hawks draft pick.
Which has been conveyed to Cleveland.
No.
Oh, Cleveland conveyed to them.
But the normal Hawks pick that that pick is going to be picked, like the Spurs will pick wherever the Hawks end up this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the Spurs might not pick with their own pick because of another deal with the Hawks and the Cavs, like back in the DeAndre Hunter deal.
So the Spurs hold the 2026 first-round pick swap with the Cavaliers due to a February 2024 three-team trade involving the Hawks, where Cleveland sent the draft assets, including the 26 and 28 swap rights, to acquire DeAndre Hunter. And as of right now, this gives San Antonio the right to exchange picks and potentially result in getting a higher value pick.
But when would that be, like another year?
It'd be this year. It's either this year or 28.
Okay. But then why, if it's a pick swap, then why would their low pick be, or their actual pick be going away? Like you would think you'd swap from your lower pick to their higher pick.
Well, there's other things in play here. It's part of a larger complex. This is all AI stuff. I'm reading something right off of Grok. Complex web of pick swaps, including Utah's rights to Cleveland's pick, stemming from previous trades, leaving this pick in a rather fluid situation.
Oh my gosh, I hate fluid situations.
The pick swaps, I think we can all agree, are silly and brilliant all at the same time, and probably need to go away.
Yeah, fluid situation. Good Lord. What does that even mean?
It's like being day to day. I think we're all in a rather fluid situation.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't think this. First of all, I don't think the Spurs need 2 first-round draft picks this year.
Well, more is better.
Yeah, well,
no matter what, I'm all about more is better.
Hold on, I shouldn't say that. I don't think the Spurs should draft 2 first-round picks this year.
Push it down the road. There's no need.
Yeah, and more. It's good to have the asset, but either combine them to move up or push it, kick the can down the road, because the last thing this team needs is more kids on it.
And the buffet style. I hate the opportunity to go pick exactly what fits. I'm always about, don't do that. The draft is there for you to improve the talent level of your team, and you always take the best guy available.
The problem is for the Spurs, like they've got a pretty good set rotation. Although I guess like you eventually you're going to need a long-term replacement for Harrison Barnes.
Well, we know that there's a replacement for a senior 3,
and I think
a bruising, rebounding 4. We know what we need.
They believe Carter Bryant is going to be that. I think
so.
But you need a couple shooters, and you need like you said, a bruising rebounder. So you kind of do have specific needs. So you can't just like if the best player available is, let's say, is LeBaron Philon.
I'm not drafting LeBaron Philon.
No, because
no.
How does he work into the rotation?
But no, that's different. I'm just talking about if you got a top 5 pick,
and
you go, this is kind of a substandard rebounder, but he's still a top 5 pick. But then there's this guy who looks like a Hall of Famer, but we're going to get the rebounder because that's what we need. I hate that kind of problem. There is no problem. You take the best dude standing in front of you and you figure it out.
But if the Spurs have a top 5 pick, that's an easy decision. If they've got the 12th pick, you could probably specialize a little bit.
And now's the time, the witchcraft of team building. This is going to Brian Wright has done either by luck or skill, and we could question either. Done a pretty good job of finding young kids. Now the witchcraft is finding the senior dudes, the journeyman types that fit, that come in with a purpose and fit the team and find a place and create something bigger than the sum of their parts. And the great coaches are always good at that. Now let's see, and the great GMs. Let's see if we're in that space.
If the lotto held today, the Spurs would have the 14th pick.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
It could be higher, but the Hawks have suddenly started winning games. I don't know why.
They'll come to their senses.
What are you guys doing? Give me a break here. Yeah, they're now one game out of the play-in round. They're trying not to be in the lottery. What are they the only team in the world not tanking? What are we doing?
Come on, East, step up, man. Beat those guys.
Step it up, man. It's so funny. You see at the top, it's like Indiana's lost 6 in a row. Brooklyn's lost 8 in a row. Washington's lost 5 in a row. Utah's lost 6 in a row. It's like the top 5 teams in the draft order have all been 2-8 in their last 10. And like Chicago's like, God, what were we doing winning all those games at the start of the year? We got to make up ground here.
And then they idiotically won a game over the weekend.
I know.
What the hell are y'all doing?
That team was 500 and now they're 25-36. They've worked really hard to get back into the tanking discussion. So, it is. I think the Spurs, again, if they've got this fluid situation with their second pick. Whatever it is, I want them to get one guy in this draft, the best guy that they can get. Either it fits their needs or he's just a super stud that pushes somebody else out, which if you're in the top 5, that's entirely possible. It's entirely possible that as well as Devin Vassell or Julian Champagne's played, they could be bumped.
And that's a good place to be.
It is. It's a great thing. But do not take more than one first-round draft pick this year because it's harder than it used to be to stash these Euro guys. I know that was always the Spurs thing. If they had an extra pick, we're going to take some European guy. You'll probably never see him.
Exactly. He's just a placeholder. And just maybe he'll show up in a couple years.
But it's not as easy to do that as it used to be. Like if you get one of those guys, you either got to pay him or you're just wasting a pick.
And it's also, it doesn't do them any favors. You bring a young guy into a very young team, rotation's going to be short. You're never going to get the development minutes unless you're in Austin. It's not the best situation for a lot of guys. But if you find the right guy, it's perfect because you get another couple years of rookie money while you're paying Wemby what will end up being, if he stays a Spur, we're going to end up paying Wemby $1 billion.
Yeah.
Just be prepared for it.
And as it stands right now, the Spurs lottery chances sit at 2.4% to get into the top 4.
Most teams would go, damn it. And we're like, yeah, that works.
Maybe.
This worked out pretty well for us before as long as we're in the room.
Maybe, yeah. If we're in the range, entirely possible. So we'll see how the Spurs run it out the rest of the season and how Atlanta runs it out the rest of the season. But there is no shortage of good players available in this thing. That is one thing I think everybody kind of agrees on. There's not a bad place to be. There's just good players all up and down this draft. I saw the Athletic has a 2-round mock draft right now, and the Spurs have Utah's second-round pick, and I think they've got one more, if I'm not mistaken. Portland's second-round pick. So as it stands now, the Spurs would have 1 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. The guys it has them taken in the second round, Isaiah Evans, the wing out of Duke. Anybody who's attached to that right now,
smooth shooter,
not bad. And Emmanuel Sharp from Houston at number 46.
That's have you watched what's his name, the guard that came out of Houston a couple of years ago? We just played against him.
Gosh,
I know you're starting to do a good pro.
Yeah. Why am I blanking on him?
He got hurt in the Final Four a couple of years back. Got drafted number 1, or got drafted but late, and is playing. Was that? Anyway, it'll come to us in a second.
I know
the grittiness actually showed through.
Oh my gosh, Jamal Shead.
There it is.
Yeah, for the Raptors. God, he might be their best player.
Yeah, he really did look good, and I think it's a testament to what Sampson's doing because these guys come out tough as nails.
Oh yeah. That's it. I wouldn't be mad at that. Wouldn't be mad to get a Kelvin Sampson guy. They always seem, and I mean, sure, would I prefer Kingston Flemings? Yeah, but it's probably unlikely.
Kingston grew up here in San Antonio, and his older brother played with my son in AAU ball, and I remember Kingston dribbling the ball around, and we didn't. When he was about 8, he has always had the dreads. Even when he was little, he's always had the long dreads. I thought he was a little girl.
Oh, really?
I thought at about 8 or 9, I couldn't tell. I was like, that girl can't play. This girl is going to be good. Wow. I was right.
See, yeah, you're right. In my mind, Kingston Flemings, what a great world where if the Spurs could get their hands on him, but he is of the ilk that I'm talking about.
Oh, he's top 5, 6.
He's the kind of player the Spurs that he's like the last thing they need, and that's the unfortunate. Would it be great to have like a local kid who? I mean, he'd be a star here, and
we've done it before.
But he is not what the Spurs need right now. No, he's like probably the furthest thing from what they need. Mm-hmm. Another guy to throw in the point guard mix. No, that's a bad thing for the Spurs. Well, I do think
that's one of those situations where obviously you don't draft a point guard. There's one thing I know we will not be drafting. No matter where we pick, will be a point guard.
I agree. That's and quite frankly, that's the only position I would say is a no. That includes center. I could see them drafting a big man.
No problem with that.
But yeah, a point guard, that ain't going to happen.
Speaking of, and did you see what Will Cornett did about the Atlanta stripper night? Did you see him? He was very upset that they're celebrating objectifying women on a pole.
Luke Cornett?
Yeah.
What's his problem? Is he a square?
I think you have to read what he had to say. I was kind of surprised by it.
What did he? When did he say this?
I think it was floating around yesterday.
Okay. Let's see. Luke Cornett. God, what is this?
I mean, it was a very considered statement. I don't necessarily agree, but I'm not going to fight him.
Publicly condemned the Atlanta Hawks' decision to collaborate with a strip club. He and other players were taken aback by the move. First of all, you ain't playing in that game, Luke.
Well, I'm just if you read what he had to say, it's a considered argument. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand his point of view.
He says the event would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. Regardless of how a woman finds her way in the adult entertainment industry, many in this space experience abuse, harassment, and violence to which they should never be subjected. Well,
I mean, I understand his point of view. I don't necessarily agree, but I do appreciate the fact that he felt worthy enough to come and bring it up, and there were others that felt the same. So I appreciate it. I'm not going to denigrate him. I'm not going to say anything negative to him because I get it. But there's a bigger world at play, and I understand the other side of the argument as well.
He said, we desire to provide an environment where fans of all ages can safely come and enjoy the game of basketball and where we can celebrate the history and culture of communities in good conscience. The celebration of a strip club is not conduct aligned with that vision.
You take a young man to a basketball game and you're celebrating something at halftime and you have to explain exactly what they do.
There's no gals going to be there.
I get the point of view. I just do. And I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to denigrate what he had to say. I respect it.
And by the way, those ladies that work at the strip club, they're looking to be objectified. So you give them money.
Again, I'm not going to go any further than I respect that he had a point of view and he wasn't alone in it and they let it be said.
Yeah, that's like me sitting here going, oh, you guys, all you do is turn on the radio to hear me talk.
I think he did make a valid point. No matter how you got there, this is a difficult situation for some. Not all. This is a choice. But it is a step where I have not seen since. It does feel a little bit like the tropics having stripper night at halftime. It does feel a little. Do you think the NFL would ever do anything for the world-class cheetahs? Because it seems kind of like, well,
but the NBA ain't the NFL, Rob.
I know. Then that's why you go, maybe you'll never be if you're doing this. And again, I'm just choosing a side. I know what the NBA is. I'm an adult, and I get it. But I do appreciate the fact that some people might not be all that comfortable with it, and I understand that.
This is also one of those mind your business things.
Well, it is to the point that I'm a season ticket holder, and I would never step foot in one of those places, nor do I appreciate the fact that they exist, and yet you're going to objectify and celebrate this with my money. And
you think Luke Cornett is a season ticket holder to the Hawks?
No, but I don't know who else is on this list. And I have to play in this game, and I'm firmly –
He doesn't.
Well, he does. Well, somebody does. There'll be 30 dudes that have to suit up and go and –
But that's what I'm saying. If you were having to play in the game, it'd be one thing. This has nothing to do with Luke Cornett.
Well, I think he's part of the league that's being forced to play in it.
This is him trying to be he's trying to be superhero.
Well, he said among others.
I'm saving the women of the world.
They said amongst others, and somebody has to step forward. I'm not going to. I think what he had to say has some merit, but the world has changed. It's not what it was, but I do appreciate the fact that and everybody when we first read it went, what? Everybody, what? You're going to do what? With what? Okay.
How are these gals going to get through school? Student loans are hard to come by now.
It's called OnlyFans. AJ, it's called OnlyFans. There's a way through.
There's some guys who need it in their face.
Right?
The screen's not enough.
It is a weird world we have found ourselves, because this is a promotion that really would have been found in the old ABA, some sort of double-A baseball franchise in the middle of nowhere. And
man, I hate that one of our guys is one of the guys who's like,
no, I think it's good. I think he kind of
these poor girls, they're being objectified. They're strippers, of course they're being objectified. They want to be. They asked for it.
You're defining something that I don't think you want to define. You've just taken a turn toward the misogynist.
I know. Oh, what am I going to ruin my reputation, Rob?
I'm just saying. I think you're going a place that not even you're comfortable with.
I am. Trust me, I'm comfortable. Give me a break. Like I don't go to strip clubs. It's not my thing.
I know you're not. We've reached a level. This is this is a brand new plateau for the NBA. It's a new level. Yeah. There's nothing. I mean, since the ABA days. I mean, it is an interesting choice.
But also, like, if it were. If the Spurs ownership was like, oh, we think this is a bad look for the NBA, that's one. Luke Cornett, you're a backup big, and you're a worker bee. Like, just work.
Shut up and dribble.
Don't try to make queen decisions. Shut up and dribble.
That hadn't worked out previously.
Yeah, let these gals work. Man, hating Luke Cornett.
The other part of this, it feels like this was a party set aside for only NBA dudes. They're going to have a celebration for just the dudes that really kind of wink at each other. Because how many other people knew about the lemon pepper wings at the strip club, other than NBA dudes and people that read about the NBA? So it's kind of like an insider's players' ball for the league.
Mike Bean says, "Hope you guys don't have daughters." Oh,
I do.
We don't. I don't. But yeah.
I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, you do your best do a good job as a dad.
Yeah.
Like, but
no dad issues.
Well, it doesn't
here.
mean it's an absolute failure if they are doing that. It's
no,
a choice.
It's not. It's a choice.
Again, we've reached an NC-17 level of
entertainment
NBA? For the NBA. For the NBA,
what?
that's
what the NBA said they were doing. The way they said it is, we're going to have the wings. We're going to, we're going to celebrate the culture, but we're not going to have dancers there. Like, there's not going to be strippers at the game.
Yeah, no, that would be
it's going to be a very PG.
Oh man, if they did
showing,
the ratings will go through the roof.
But the toothpaste. Well, now see what's happened is they've taken the cap off the toothpaste. It's not out of the tube yet.
But
So
somebody's
this year
squeeze
we're just celebrating the culture and the wings. And 3 years from now, we'd like to invite Destiny to the main stage.
Listen.
Halftime. Crystal to the side stage. Destiny in 3. great, too.
You know how hard it is to get people to show up for Hawks games?
Well, I'm just saying. So halftime is going to have a whole other, it'll be dollar night.
They
will be making change on the side.
It's real easy to sit back and go, oh, the Hawks don't have to do this. They're like, man, our best player is freaking Jalen Johnson you've never even heard of. We need to do something.
So stay here at Spurs, meanwhile, do the Gus Garcia Glee Club.
Yeah,
Atlanta rolling out the girls.
Yeah, you guys have Wemby. People will pay money to see him. Ain't nobody
we
paying.
Bring in the Bernie stage production of a death of a salesman at halftime.
Nobody's paying hard-earned money to see Jalen Johnson play basketball.
Invite Crystal to the main stage.
Yeah. Oh, it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker bobblehead night. You think people are going to show up for that? No.
Mustang.
They're going to show up for the strippers and the wings.
And the wings.
Well, and
the wings.
The wings.
Oh, yeah, the wings.
But, honey, the wings.
Nom, 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 nom.
That's how you bring your wife to it. You say, babe,
wings.
You want to go get wings tonight? Yeah, we're at a Hawks game.
World renowned. Look it on Yelp. That's nothing but 5 stars there.
That's right. It made a dude almost give up his whole NBA career that he wanted those wings so bad.
Celebrate.
That's right. All right. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm April Ancira with the Ancira Auto Group. We've teamed up with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star to give away $60,000 to local charities in our Bracket for a Cause contest. 64 local charities will be randomly paired with tournament teams. The winner will get $50,000, while the team that suffers the biggest loss gets $10,000. All the details on how your nonprofit can enter are online at Ancira.com. That's Ancira.com. Good luck.
A tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas. So you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio's Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
Thinking about testosterone? Synergenics and Low T Center offers insurance-covered TRT personalized to your lab, symptoms, and goals. This month, the men's T-test is free. $200 off women's hormone testing and major savings on weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. but dogs definitely will. And it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree. And that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Polls are open. Go vote.
Oh, yeah. I got to take my wife to go vote today. I don't vote in primaries.
It's not. This isn't the one where you can tell people if you don't vote, you can't bitch.
Yeah.
But you do get to play a role in who you get to bitch at.
Yeah, this is one of those things because I don't identify with a party.
And I kind of get it. I get it.
My wife does though. So she's going to vote.
You know, it's funny when you vote in the primary and you're voting for the party's platform. You know,
basically,
for the state. So you'll have these you'll vote for all the candidates, and then at the end you're looking at the platform, and it's like, I believe that, you know, whatever, and it's a statement, and you read the statement, you go, yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, sure. I believe that this and this and that. Nah, not this one. You're not voting for a person. You're voting for a principle. It's
Right.
a very unique time to vote where they put these statements forward. You're either this or you're that.
Just based on, again, this is what are the odds? Let's do the daily lines here. Where I was reading this morning, Tellerico right now is, despite like the traditional polls saying that he's behind. Like if you're trading on Kalshi or one of these places where you can bet on that, or you can bet on like what time we're going to drop bombs on Iran, those types of things. He's like a 77% favorite to win. And I was surprised the Ken Paxton-John Cornyn race, 84% for Ken Paxton, 16% for John Cornyn. Like, would you not? I would feel like whatever you think. John Cornyn is like the most milquetoast. Like, if you said AI print out a
what a senator looks and acts
print
like.
out a 3D printing of a Republican senator from Texas, it would be John Cornyn. He would just be like this standard guy. He's like almost like Hank Hill would vote for John Cornyn. Oh yeah. But Ken Paxton is so polarizing. Like if I don't identify with the parties, so maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you were a person who was voting for Ken Paxton, wouldn't you have to worry that maybe he's going to be indicted at some point and like kicked out of office? Or does
Keep
that
in
it just
mind
doesn't
who
happen?
endorsed him.
Yeah.
Who has been indicted and has been impeached.
No, you're right.
So I think the key to this is, and this is on both sides, polarizing is the key in the primaries. You got to you're pulling as far right or as far left as you can to make sure you get the true zealots to come out and vote for you. Then you try to fight back to the middle to get those ones you left behind. But right now, the polarizing ones win. The Tellerico Crockett thing, I think, is just absolutely fascinating because there's nobody that goes in to vote if you're of that persuasion who has walked into the ballot who would not vote for the other when the election comes. Who actually would absolutely vote for the other if given only that alternative, but you have to make a decision here, and somebody's going to lose. And I think a lot of people walked into the ballot, especially if you're a Democrat and you you walked in Bexar County and you saw two races where, quite frankly, you've got candidates either as a county judge or as a senatorial candidate where you would gladly vote for either and be proud to have said. And it's been a long time since a Democrat in this part of the world walks in and sees a couple of seats that you appreciate both candidates and are all for what's going that direction. And I think the Republicans feel the same way. I think they're walking in and going, we got a good choice here. And no matter who wins, we're going to be all in on this side. It's going to be an interesting
My
close
wife
to
has
the day.
said that same thing. Like whoever wins the primary, she's going to vote for it. So she's not like, she's not married to a candidate, but she has one that she wants, and we'll see how it goes.
But go vote.
Go
Get the sticker. It's worth the sticker alone. And that way you can get on social. You can get on social media and prove to everybody that you are.
I think she's a little bit mad at me because I'm not voting. I think she wants me to vote by proxy for her person, but I don't feel right about doing that.
Well, I do know that few that don't, and you're one of them that doesn't want to be labeled, so that when you walk in to vote in the general, you're not considered get a yellow or a blue card. Or
I don't want that.
I get it.
I don't believe in that. So I'm abstaining. But if you are a believer,
we'll see in November.
You'll see me in November, no doubt. I'll have my say then. I'll have my day. It just will not be today. And it's not because I'm lazy, because again, I'm going to be there. I just don't feel like I have enough of an opinion to.
Well, I do know that
because I don't know if I'd vote for the person that I voted for today in November.
There's a fair amount, and not a lot, on both parties that will use the primary to promote the other side. And Democrats have been known to do that in the past, especially down here in South Texas, where I know where I'm voting in November. I'm going to go vote for the clown on the other side today just to kind of further my opportunity in November.
I've heard that, yeah. And
I have done that a time or two.
Oh, okay. I don't like that. That bums. I want it. I want fair. I want balanced. I want your best against my best. I want everybody to send their best, not their worst. Send their best.
The only problem with doing that is you start getting the texts from the other party.
Oh, my God.
They get a list of who voted in the primary and how, and suddenly you're considered one thing and you ain't.
I'm so tired of these texts. And they're never ending. And that and trying to change my interest rate because the interest rates dropped a quarter point. And they're like, oh, you've got to do it now. And I'm like, dude, stop texting me.
Oh.
I don't know you. They all and the way I know they don't know me is because they call me Arthur.
Yes. Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Arthur. Yeah. I'm like, oh, no one calls me. You sound like a cop. Don't talk to me like that.
Arthur, who dis? New folks.
I don't know you.
That's your government name.
Yeah, that's my government name. Nobody uses my government name. What's wrong with you, man?
That's my government name.
Yeah,
that's
what
my
are you?
tax name.
Yeah, you the IRS? Why are you using my tax name, man? Get your ass out of here. I ain't giving you money.
I'm the Bobcat.
Yeah. You're the Bobcat.
That's what I said. I'm the Bobcat.
Yeah, this is Axeman here. What do you mean? Imagine somebody says, hey Axeman, will you want to refinance?
Oh, yeah, man. Thanks for calling.
Hey, brother. What's up?
Down a quarter point.
Yeah, you're my kind of guy. You got a good rate for the Axeman? Let's go. Oh, man. I wish that's the way it worked, but no one ever does that for me.
Not yet, anyway.
No one ever does that for me. All right. Let's take a break. We got some NFL to discuss on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
When you woke up this morning, did you look in the mirror and like what you saw? Did you appreciate the body shape and the form you have acquired over these many years? If you're like a lot of us, put on a few pounds here and there, and before you know it, you're overweight and don't feel good about the way you look or feel good at all. That's me about 10 years ago. Didn't like it, didn't feel good, didn't sleep well, eating too much, didn't sleep right, too much caffeine, all the normal things. And, like a lot of us, you feel like I got here slowly, and to get out of this, it's going to be even slower. That's not true. With the advent of the semaglutides, there's been a lot of pressure, I think, to put on and go in a weight loss program that's drastic and fast and with really no preparation for the future. And that's why Dr. Jacob Torres and the Institute for Functional Health has been so successful, because they were helping people lose weight long before semaglutides were invented. Long before that was a thing, they were teaching people like me how to lose weight and keep it off and stay healthy for the rest of their life. I want that for you. You need the willpower. They got that for you. You need the science. They got that too. Call Dr. Torres today. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Listen, if it's time, if a doctor has told you, or you just want to be ready for the summer, call Dr. Torres and the Institute for Functional Health. They will change your life. When they do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we are in good shape. No major incidents are going on. Now, it is about a 25-minute commute on 1604 westbound from I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. 1604 westbound from Judson Road to Bulverde Road, that's in good shape. On Loop 410 eastbound from 151 to I-10, 10-12 minutes. And 1604 westbound 281 to 35, almost 20-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Don't waste another weekend doing your lawn care yourself. Partner with the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour and get a golf course quality lawn the easy way. Sign up at truegreen.com. Then sit back and relax.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez. The Texas Chancla has your back.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars continue their road trip tonight against the Calgary Flames, and my friends from Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. In ESPN.com's latest hockey power rankings, the Stars are at number 5, and they're playing great hockey. And at tonight's watch party, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for 2, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And at tonight's watch party, you can win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like t-shirts and hats. It's the Stars and Flames. Puck drops tonight at 8 o'clock. Be at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Texas is leading America again, and John Lujan is a big reason why. Working side by side with Governor Greg Abbott, Representative John Lujan helped bring high-paying jobs home and strengthen Texas's energy dominance. Now, John Lujan is ready to bring the Trump agenda home to Texas. That means fighting for affordability, higher-paying local jobs, and lower federal taxes for working families. It means defending Texas energy, protecting oil and gas jobs from failed liberal policies, and keeping America #1 in energy production. It means securing our border, making President Trump's border policies permanent, crushing the cartels, stopping fentanyl, and ending human trafficking. And it means rebuilding our military. No social experiments, no distractions, just the strongest, toughest fighting force on earth. Conservative John Lujan is the only candidate endorsed by the San Antonio Express-News, Texas Alliance for Life, and Governor Greg Abbott. On March 3rd, vote Republican John Lujan for Congress. Abbott, Trump, Lujan, a tough team for Texas.
Political ad paid for by John Lujan for Congress.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid to know. Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Spurs have one more leg on their rodeo road trip in Philly to take on the Sixers.
And we will have the latest Cowboys and NFL news. We'll even talk about it with Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com at 5:15.
I hope she has some answers about what Jerry's going to do.
Please.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Love is like a bomb, baby. Come on, get it on. Oh, Vic.
Next up.
Yeah,
To the
like
center
a
court.
video
The
van.
center court.
Be your man.
Representing the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
She comes in at 5'4". 38, 22, 47.
Oh.
Got
Big
junk
kinda
in the
girl.
trunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your starting power forward. She comes to you with daddy issues and a slight coke problem.
Yes.
Here she comes.
Destiny. 2 baby daddies. 1 looming federal charge and a hell of a bouncer.
In the name of love.
Bring her, welcome her on the stage. You're all NBA power spinner. Destiny.
I'm hot, sticky, sweet. From my head to my feet, yeah.
How could that even be considered is my thing, you know? Come on.
They just lower the poles
I
from the top.
know.
They just drop them all the way down.
Meanwhile, this is Luke Cornett.
Nah,
I don't like this.
I get the sense
and you
Luke
know,
Cornett's like any good Baptist. We just don't look at each other in the
Yeah,
eye.
no.
You didn't see me, I didn't see you.
You know that pistol that shoots the $1?
Oh, yeah.
Just be.
I can get. You know what Luke Cornett is?
What?
I bet, and I don't know Luke Cornett's marital status, but I have a picture in my mind of what it is. I'm guessing Luke Cornett's married to one of these gals who says, "Did you see one of your teammates with another girl on the road?"
I don't know, baby.
Yeah.
And he says, "What are you talking about?" She's like, I know that he sees other girls on the road.
He's married.
I want to know, like, I'm going to tell his wife. And Luke Cornett says, "No, honey, no. I don't
Stay
know
out
what you're
of it."
talking about. He doesn't do that." Like, I guarantee that's what's going on. And I guarantee Luke Cornett, I bet Luke Cornett's wife made him make that statement.
Oh, yeah. No, she probably wrote it.
Honey, you need to blog about. You should blog about how they're going to be serving those stripper wings. Ugh.
I've had this taste in my mouth before.
Where'd you bring these wings
What is
from?
this?
He's like, I got them at Pluckers.
Why does it taste like peaches?
No,
Are you sure?
No, these aren't Pluckers wings.
Did you say Pluckers?
They have Pluckers in Atlanta? I don't think so.
No.
Wrong consonant.
All right. Enough,
yeah,
enough
you
of
know.
wrong
Ain't no
verb.
Lollygagging.
Yeah, these punk asses. Can't believe it. Complaining about that kind of stuff. Man, come on, man. Can't we just have fun?
Well, they're gonna one up this. I can't wait to see the Knicks. What was the what was that club downtown New York? Headliners?
No.
Oh, not that I've been there.
Oh my God.
Right there off Times Square, right downtown, right there, real close to the Garden. There is a world class. Oh, anyway, I hope they bring that to the Garden, the Mecca. Headliners?
Rick's Cabaret.
No, that's
was.
Houston. Rick's is in Houston.
No. Scores.
That's it. Scores. Yeah, Scores night at the Garden. Yes, sir.
That's what it was. It was Scores.
That's next up on the docket. Like I said, the cap is off the toothpaste. It's not out yet. The toothpaste has not exited the tube, but it's ready.
Yeah.
The next generation of celebratory things for gentlemen's clubs is
Hey,
going to be
let's-
spectacular.
Let's celebrate. Texans real busy yesterday. Texans made some big moves. We talked about trading Titus Howard to the Browns. And then they made another trade.
This is a good move. This is one I don't question at all.
Really?
I question Montgomery's motivation because he's showing up to a team without any line, although he didn't have much say in this, but he seems to be rather excited. And he's the kind of power back that they need. The dude scores touchdowns, but there's no offensive line in front of him. So they're certainly more talented in the backfield. I just hope they can figure out how to get the ball past that point of weakness, the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I tend to think this is not a great trade for the Texans, and here's why. David Montgomery's 29 years old. He was already losing time in the timeshare he was in.
Well, I think he was playing against a younger, different kind of back. I don't think he's washed up. In fact, the fact that he has shared carries over the last couple of years kind of makes him like 26 in my book, 27 in my book. I think it saved him a year or two. And I'm taking that point of view that because I have a feeling that's what the Texans were thinking. Because you're right. They just traded a fair amount of value for what is essentially a second string back.
Yeah. Now, and Houston's clearing the good thing for them is they're going to clear $8 million off their books because this is the end of Joe Mixon, which we all knew was coming anyway. Montgomery is going to be, in all likelihood, the short yardage back. And their plan, it seems, is for Woody Marks to be the guy. Like, Woody Marks is going to be their 1A, and David Montgomery is going to be their 1B. Woody Marks, who I think they said last year they would have liked to get him involved more in the passing game. David Montgomery, not really a pass catcher, so it sounds like they are going to involve Marks more in the passing game. And
do you think Marks is enough?
No,
I don't either.
No, I think you've got an okay second-year running back who maybe you're trying to see if he's got if he could handle a bigger load.
We saw some flashes. I'm not going to say it's a crazy move, but I thought that the plan to go get an A-level back was the right way to go about it, but it was the talent that they were going to have to get rid of, and they got rid of 2 offensive linemen in the same day.
Which is, I think, the bigger problem. They're trying to fix their run game at the running back position when running games get fixed on the offensive line. And now, also, the Texans' offensive line sucks. So moving on from players who suck isn't the worst-case scenario, but you got to get somebody's got to play there.
You got to be an importer and an exporter. You got to be both. Yeah.
If you're moving on from 2 linemen already, who's replacing them? The guys that were sitting behind them last year? Because if they were sitting behind them last year, they ain't real good either. Because there should have been nobody sitting behind them that could play. So I will say Scruggs is going to be he's a swing interior lineman, like can play a little center, play a little guard. He could Detroit may be looking at him as a center.
I don't know anything about him.
I think the thought that the Lions didn't want to give money to a guy entering his age 29 season, and now what do the Texans do? They're probably going to give a 29-year-old running back some money.
Oh, they are.
And there's no world where I can go, yeah, I agree with that philosophy. I've never running backs at 30, like the number of running backs who turn 30 and get better it's like 5 ever. I just don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it shows that where they're going to be focused on, I would assume, into the draft and into the rest of free agency, however much money they have left, because obviously they're going to have to augment this offensive line. Obviously, I don't know how else you go into this draft without looking first at that position.
Detroit, on the other hand, I think Detroit, they get a 4th rounder and a 7th rounder on top of Juice Scruggs. I think this is good news for Detroit because now, again, they don't have to pay a 30-year-old running back, and I don't think David Montgomery really wanted to be in Detroit anymore.
I don't think so either.
Because David Montgomery didn't like that his role kept diminishing. Right. And Jahmyr Gibbs is basically passed him and then turned into a superstar. Yeah. And David Montgomery's shrinking.
There was a time when Montgomery was an A-level back, and I don't know if he's lost that, but he's just been underutilized. So I think the Texans have to do something to help their quarterback. And, whatever that is, because they're going to have to justify the amount of money they're about to pay him. And if you're going to pay him that much money, you have to take the Cowboys approach, man. You better give him some pieces and parts while you can afford it.
I don't think that this ever works well.
No. It's cart before the horse.
The Texans are just, as usual, the Texans are going about it the wrong way, in my opinion. But that's why organizations are what they are. We'll see if they can overcome this. And I don't think their running game is better than it was last year. And they'll say, well, David Montgomery, and they keep doing this. They get brand name guys and try to convince you that they're still brand name players. It's like, look at Joe Mixon.
Well, I think we all knew he was
Chubb. Look at Nick Chubb.
Both those guys were desperate attempts. And this one isn't quite as desperate because at least this guy isn't coming off a horrible injury. He's coming off of just being underutilized and maybe losing a step. But I think that the process is beginning of we got to do everything we can to put the pieces and parts around Stroud to at least give him the opportunity to be successful because we're about to pay him a boatload of money.
Yeah. We'll see. This is a guy who got, like you said, his maybe the tread's not coming off as fast. His workload's gone down every year but one. He had 1 year where it ticked back up and then started to go back down. And the year it ticked back up was his first year in Detroit. It went down every year that he was in Detroit by 40 to 50 carries. That's not good news. And again, like if you're looking for a goal line back, okay, yeah, he probably is going to do that. But you're giving up you can give multiple picks,
a
player,
to the goal line.
and you're going to pay the guy. It's not for me. That's the Texans' philosophy. I still think all what the Texans are long term is all tied to how they build this offensive line, and if they decide to pay or overpay for C.J. Stroud that's what's going to be the deciding factor on what they really are. Texans also released Jimmy Ward, veteran safety. The Texans will save $750,000 on their salary cap. He didn't.
That's not a lot of a justification.
No, well, he didn't. Remember, he didn't play last season, and before camp, he was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence. That the woman that filed the lawsuit said that she was assaulted multiple times, sexually and physically, by Ward in the presence of their 3-year-old child. So he was on the exempt list, and then the grand jury decided not to indict him in September, and then he missed the rest of the season because he was hurt. And then he was arrested a second time for violating his previous release conditions by testing positive for alcohol, so he had to spend a night in jail. This is a guy who early in his career, back in D'Amico's first season, Jimmy Ward was an impact guy. Obviously has not been much since. It's not I don't think it's a huge deal, but Jimmy Ward, a guy who's been around the league for a long time, no longer going to be with the Houston Texans. Longtime 49er Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, that's where I remember him primarily.
But yeah, the Texans they're in this spot where they're making all these moves, but they're making all the moves that I hate to. You know how I've said off air, I'm like, oh yeah, here's another thing that's happening in the world to cover up the Epstein files. I feel like the Texans are doing all these moves, these sleight of hands, to make you forget that we're about to give C.J. Stroud all the money.
Oh yeah.
Despite what you saw in the playoffs, we're still going to give him that money.
To see here.
Pay no attention to the money we're giving this guy.
Seriously. I mean,
that threw 50 interceptions in the playoff game.
We've seen it happen. I mean, just look a little bit to your northwest, Houston. We saw it happen with Dak when there was Jerry did all he could to let it go. We remember franchising him because he kind of felt, I think, the same way. And then, oh hell, let's just give him the money. And there you go. And then from that point on until that salary cap gets under about $30 million, you have to do everything to feed the beast. You just, once you create the beast, you got to feed it. And if you don't, things get even worse than they are going to be when this is finally done.
The other NFL question is what's going to happen with old Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray, here's a stat. Kyler Murray, who's missed 21 games in the last since 2023, so over the last 3 seasons, missed 21 games. That's a lot of games.
Quarterback missed about that many.
Kyler Murray has played in 87 games in his career. This is according to Evan Kaplan, by the way.
Okay.
He has 20,000 passing yards and 3,000 rushing yards.
It's pretty impressive.
There are only 2 other players through 87 games that hit that 20,000, 3,000 mark. Both of them have MVP awards. One is Cam Newton. The other is Josh Allen. When he is on the field, he has been very good. The question becomes for the Cardinals, do we believe that Kyler Murray is going to be able to be on the field?
Do you believe that stat? Is that fool's gold? Is that like having a defense that's number one against the run but last against the pass? You know, they just don't run against you because they don't have to.
Well, first of all, I mean, one difference is Josh Allen and Cam Newton had a lot of team success. Kyler, at least regular season team success. Kyler Murray has not really had a lot of regular season team success. It has not translated to a lot of wins.
It was like Archie Manning with the Saints years ago.
But
fun
also,
to watch, but no.
it is when you're on and off the field all the time. It's really hard to build consistency. I get that, but when he is on the field, the production is real. It's just this isn't like Tua where it's like, oh, he's a middling quarterback.
Yeah.
Like when he's out there, he can ball. It's just.
This is such a good topic because I just don't see it. You tell me the numbers, I go, really?
It's crazy, right? So that'll be a big question with what happens with him over the next couple days. All right, halfway there on a Tuesday, Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather. Be it hot, cold, rain, or hail. Who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year? Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. You know, your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to StevensRoofing.net.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 five-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Ready to feel better this spring? At Centergenics and Low T Center, get TRT customized to your body and covered by insurance. This month, the men's testosterone test is free, plus huge savings on hormone testing and peptides. Book now at Centergenics.com.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Heads up on 1604 southbound, that connector to 151. Get reports of a stall blocking the left lane of that connector ramp. Southbound 35 Walters, that's a stalled 18-wheeler. Right shoulder blocked, and 410 northbound at 151. That stall now off to the shoulder. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back after a tough loss in New York Sunday. They're in Philadelphia to close out the rodeo road trip. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Max Crosby rumors are back at it as Albert Breer with SI.com reports the Cowboys will be one of 7 teams keeping tag on the Pro Bowl edge rusher. In other Cowboys news, edge rusher Donovan Ezeraku will likely be out until training camp after last year's second-round pick had surgery to repair a hip labrum injury he played through last season. Finally, in college football news, the Texas Longhorns have hired former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops as a special assistant to Steve Sarkisian. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. How we doing out there? Happy Tuesday. C-Note says C.J. Stroud hasn't done bleep since his rookie year. Numbers have gone down every year. Passing yards, TDs, INTs, completion percentage, passes over 20 yards. All his stats have declined.
But he's a nice guy.
Yeah. It gives you hope. Somebody was like, somebody tweeted me and said the Texans aren't going to extend him. I said, dude, you don't know the Texans. They are so afraid of being back in quarterback purgatory that they're committed to this.
And they ain't alone.
It is what it is, man. There are believers, there are not believers, but I think the Texans still find themselves as believers. And whether you think I don't think they're right, but my opinion doesn't matter to the Texans. I can assure you of that as someone who spoke on the air in their city about what buffoons they were for 12 years. They don't care what I think. I think that they are going to not only pay C.J. Stroud, I think C.J. Stroud's going to be one of the 3 highest paid quarterbacks in the world.
Yes, he will. He'll probably be the highest the moment he signs that deal.
Which, again, when you think about the last we saw of him, that's pretty crazy.
Well,
that is pretty crazy.
There's 31 other quarterbacks that say the same thing. So I hate this situation they find themselves in because there is no winning in this. Because if you do the old draw a line down the middle and positives and negatives down the road, down the line, and figure out which has more, I think you come out even, both positives and negatives. I mean, he is your quintessential bell curve quarterback. He's right in the middle. There's half are worse and half are better. And to make that decision.
But do you want to pay that guy?
Again, thank goodness I'm not in that situation. But on the outside looking in, it ain't my money and it ain't my franchise. Shoot, yeah, that Band-Aid would be pulled off, and I would be taking calls constantly. And I'm not saying that just for Stroud. It'd be just about everybody on that team because I'm not very good. Until I get good, I got to try to get better. And to get better, I need talent. And I need it in the right places with the right amount of money involved. And I can tell you, being a Cowboy fan, everybody looked at Stroud as Dak. And he came in with a little bit higher reputation, and he was but equally successful early on, did the same thing his rookie year. And everybody goes, well, maybe. And then a couple years later, when it came time to pay, we're still going, well, maybe. And here I sit 10 years later.
Yeah.
So I've been down this road. I know that you'll get enough success to justify it. You'll get enough success to wake up and play another day. But what you're chasing, you ain't going to get.
Yeah. There's we'll get back to the NFL a little bit later. There's a story right now on The Athletic about the coveted, and now I want to know if you as a Spurs fan take offense to this. The coveted number 3 seed in the Western Conference. It says the story basically says why number 3 is the place to be for Western Conference hopefuls, playoff hopefuls. Like, they're saying the battle for the 3 seed is maybe the most important
to get the Spurs
race in this thing. I think it's not so much to get the Spurs, but it's to avoid OKC until the finals, or like the Western Conference Finals.
I get that.
But it talks about, it says, we're examining why the race for the number 3 seed in the Western Conference might be the most important playoff positioning to own, that is, for everybody not residing in Oklahoma City. The Rockets, Timberwolves, Nuggets, and even the Lakers are all in the mix for the number 3 seed, and that's important because the 3rd seed is exactly what all of those teams want. This isn't just about having home court advantage in the first round. It's about avoiding the Oklahoma City Thunder as long as possible. Is this concept super disrespectful to the Spurs? It absolutely is, but they're young and they lack playoff experience as a group, while the Thunder are the defending champs.
Yeah, I don't think it's disrespectful at all. This is a team that in November we're talking about dynasty once everybody gets healthy, and this is still that same team, and some of these guys have gotten a little bit better while other guys were sitting on the bench. I agree with the premise wholeheartedly.
It says OKC will try to buck a couple of trends the postseason. They want to become the first team since 2017-18 to repeat. After Denver and Boston won in 23 and 24, many assumed those two teams would repeat. Instead, both went out in the second round. In fact, 4 straight defending NBA champions have lost in the second round of the playoffs. If you go back to the Bucks and the Warriors before that. They say, let's assume that trend doesn't continue and the Thunder find their way to the Western Finals. That makes the number 3 seed all the more important. Here's the current lay of the land. The Rockets, 1 game ahead of Minnesota in the loss column. Minnesota's 4th, Denver's 5th. But the Nuggets have lost 6 of their last 10. And the Lakers, 2 games ahead of Phoenix in the race to avoid the play-in tournament. The Rockets hold the tiebreakers against Minnesota and L.A. They're 1-0 against both. They've got two games left against each one of those teams, though. The Timberwolves don't hold any tiebreakers. The Nuggets hold a 3-1 series lead over Minnesota and a 2-1 series lead over Houston with 1 left to play. And then the Lakers have the tiebreaker over Minnesota and have a 1-0 lead over Denver with 2 left. The Rockets, or the remaining schedules, the Wolves have the 2nd toughest schedule left. Nuggets have the 3rd toughest. Lakers have the 10th. Rockets have the 12th easiest schedule. So Rockets have the edge there. But my question is that offensive to the Spurs? Should people look like, oh, we want to play the Spurs in round 2? Should the Spurs be offended by this?
I think that's part of the game, but I will say this. I'm a firm believer is you don't mess with the basketball or the sporting gods. You don't try to manipulate your wins and losses to get to a better spot. I think you anger the karmic universe when you try to alter what would be if you just tried to win every game. You know, once you try to manipulate your place somewhere, I feel like you're tempting the gods, and I have nothing to back it on other than it just doesn't feel like it's the way to be successful. To me, it's like wake up, win every game possible, and hopefully you win the last one.
Yeah. Well, and in this case, winning every game you can will probably get you the third seed.
But
because it's going to be there's not much time to catch up to San Antonio.
No, and you can't. But
so the third seed is probably the highest aspiration for these teams.
And that's why I do appreciate this argument, because it's not about losing to fall back into third. It's about chasing the third. And I will say, some of this is absolutely true. I don't want to play Oklahoma City. Who would? Who would want to play Oklahoma City at any point? So if I can avoid that as long as possible, I completely agree with it. But if it comes down to, well, we'll lose this one, just to make sure we get to play the team we want, I don't like that. That, to me, you're upsetting the karmic universe. So there's a wrinkle in the fabric, and it will always come back to bite you, at least in my experience.
Yeah, I tend to agree. You obviously, you want to finish as well as you can. I do think, though, that the gap between the 3 seed going on the road to San Antonio to play against a young team, going on the road to Oklahoma City to play against the defending champions, there's a big, big difference.
If you're upset with this, you're so myopic as a Spurs fan. I mean, let's understand our place in the world. We are an opportunist on the way up. That's what we are.
I agree, but again, I found like the way that I was turned on to this article was I saw a Spurs fan tweeting about the disrespect. And
maybe. I mean, we did go undefeated in the month of February, so obviously there's a very hot team and should be considered as such, but let's not get lost in the forest. We are still not the king of the hill and kind of far from it when you really do the math and look at the teams that are ahead of us. There's not many ahead of us, but the ones that are significantly ahead of us.
And as good as the Spurs are, the other thing, if you're anybody but Denver, the beauty of getting that 3 seed, like if the Rockets or the Lakers or the Timberwolves get the 3 seed, is you don't have to play both Denver and OKC. And again, I'm not saying the Nuggets are a better team than the Spurs, but if I were another Western Conference contender and I had my druthers over which one of those teams I'd rather play in the playoffs, I'd rather play the first year in the playoffs Spurs versus the battle-tested Nuggets. And if the Nuggets end up the 4 seed and you're in that 2-3 matchup, well, either the Nuggets or the Thunder they're not both going to the to the finals. So and that's great news for San Antonio too. As the 2 seed, as long as Denver isn't the 3 seed, San Antonio would only have to play either or Oklahoma City or the Nuggets, not both.
Well, wow, both of those are scary. So are the Rockets, man. We've had a hell of a month, and we better get seasoned. But we know by history, the first time it doesn't work. Your first try, you learn. The second try is when you break that rock open. And knowing that, for the Spurs, I want the most difficult path possible. I want them to taste the worst possible playoff scenario that they can get there, knowing that they will learn from this, knowing that the scars that are build titles. You don't just fall into one. And if you do, you're 1 in 100. It just doesn't happen the way that we expect it to happen this year.
What I don't want is a first round elimination. If the Spurs go in and get thumped by the Suns or something like that.
Yeah, that's not good for anybody.
I don't think they gain anything from it. And in fact, it's just almost like a confidence killer. But if they get to the second round and they lose to a Timberwolves team that's been there for, like you said, 2 years in a row?
Yeah,
they've been in the conference finals. Or a Rockets team that was in the same spot the Spurs are last year.
And added Durant.
Because then you can go, oh, wow, look where the Rockets were a year ago. Look where they are now.
And that's what I expect from Houston. A very quiet, let's get to the playoffs, and then let's go do what we were built to do.
Or you lose to Denver, and it's the best player in the world beat you. Okay. That I think the Spurs can look back and go, okay, this was a successful season. I think at this point they've done too much that losing to Golden State or Phoenix in the first round would be very disappointing.
It would be. No, you're right. But in those kind of losses.
And by the way, I've moved the goalpost on
that.
No, you
have. We were looking at play-in when we were talking about this.
At the beginning of the season, I would have been like, oh, if the Spurs get in the play-in round, awesome. It's a success. They've too far exceeded that you have to move the goalpost. Because anything they now, if they don't host a playoff series, there's been some disaster has come upon us.
True.
So and if you don't win a home playoff series, after having the season that they've had, after it's 40 before 20 and all that, then it's a disappointment. So I've had to move the goalposts to where now the Spurs have to win a playoff series for this to be a success. But anything beyond that, to me, is just gravy.
I'll tell you, and it's very hard for me to remain reserved and look at the past and predict the future by what I've seen. But if the Spurs continue doing what they did in February, talk about moving the goalposts, we're going to have to move it again. I mean, if they continue winning versus the good teams that we're about to face over the next week and a half, 2 weeks, I think the goalposts will have to be moved again. And I think the rest of the league is going to start talking about first place might be in the offing, and how do we play chess for that? Because OKC is going to have to, I mean, what, they got 2.5 game lead? That's where they sit? Is it 2.5 now, or is it 2?
I think they're 3.
3 that got picked up on. They're right on the edge for the Spurs to continue to put their foot on the gas. First place is close enough to fight for.
3 games up on the Thunder, are 3 games ahead of the Spurs. Spurs 5 games ahead of the third place Rockets.
You get first place, things get a whole lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so suddenly that seems worth the fight.
And then you're cheering for Denver to be the 3 seed because, again, you'd only have to play one of them.
Absolutely.
And it'd be at home.
And I think the likelihood of Denver ending there is getting a little bit more difficult right now. They're not playing very good.
No.
Although they squeaked one last night against a Utah team that probably should have won the game, but did the right thing and lost.
Yes.
You know, they pulled a Spurs move, even though they didn't mean to.
By the way, road teams last night, 4-0 in the NBA.
That's crazy.
Houston wins at Washington, Boston at Milwaukee, Denver at Utah, Clippers at the Warriors.
I know it's probably happened in the past, but it probably hadn't very often where every road team on a night won.
Yeah, it's a rare thing, certainly. God, Giannis back for the Buck. The Celtics beat them down last night, so good win for there. Denver, like you said, Denver closer than it should have been. The Rockets probably way closer than it should have been, too, against that Warriors team. But again, road wins are road wins in the NBA. You take them when you can get them. All right, let's take a break. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want you to consider a tall glass of water. The last time you opened up, grabbed a glass, went and turned on a sink, and just pulled a nice drink of water out of your sink. What'd you think? Is it something you do regularly, or do you not do it? Because, quite frankly, it doesn't taste right. You don't really like the taste of your water, and you don't want to have to clean the glass because you know if you leave the water in there, it's going to evaporate and leave that white powder on there. Or whenever you open up your dishwasher, you got powder on the bottom of your glass. You got to wipe it off. If you're dealing with that, I can tell you right now, I know you don't have a Connecticut. I've had a Connecticut water softener as long as I can remember. 3 years in my own home, and I grew up with one in my parents' house. I don't know what other water softeners do. I just know what Connecticut does. And I have never questioned my water, never had to deal with the things I told you about. I don't have whites that are slowly turning gray. I don't have dry skin because my water is full of hard materials. I don't deal with that. And now for those who do, I wonder why. If you're tired of it, call right now. Get on the phone, 656-PURE. Call them right now. And here's the deal. If you get a Connecticut, not only are you getting the very best, you're getting one of the best companies to stand behind a product that, quite frankly, I've never had a problem with. And there's a gift. What about a reverse osmosis drinking station out in your sink? That's just part of the freedom of getting with Connecticut. Now's the time to take care of your water. You don't want it to go any longer because your pipes are sticking. They're getting full of that crud. Call Connecticut and you never have to deal with them. Call Connecticut and get the very best. And when you do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Let's see here. Josh says saying Houston isn't close is hilarious. They were a CJ Prescott game away from being in the Super Bowl. Defense will be dominant. All the key pieces are back.
Yeah, I think that first sentence was right. CJ Prescott, play away.
No, I disagree. I don't think the Texans are all that close anyway. I mean, the Texans, they beat the Steelers in the playoffs. Like the Steelers that everyone knew was like the phoniest team that made the playoffs.
Well, the worst thing to be is average, and they're average.
They are, and they play. I mean, they play. The good thing is they play, and this is the same thing for the Cowboys. They play in a very winnable division. You know, they're like, and I mean, they didn't win the division last year, but they found a way in. They got hot late. They got fortunate against some of the quarterbacks they played against. But no, I don't feel like that team has an up arrow. I still think they're broken on one side of the football, and like a defense dominated team that is not good on offense it's hard to win anymore, man. Like, you got to at least have something on offense.
I think you look at Seattle and go, load up on your defense, keep drafting appropriately, and win
Seattle
some
had
games.
the offensive player of the year on their team.
And what I'm saying is continue to chase those offensive dudes to kind of get you close. But the good news is, if you're a Texans fan or you're a Stroud fan, there's 16, 17 quarterbacks worse than him. I mean,
you're right.
There's a lot of other places, teams that'd be perfectly happy to have a Stroud at quarterback, but your aspirations don't mesh with the timeline and the cost to keep the quarterback that you love, but 15 other teams would replace with their guy. It's just not a way to to ultimate success. You'll win enough games. You're going to go to playoffs with Stroud. He's proven that. But mediocrity leads to more mediocrity, and this is where you sit.
We live in a world now where the last 2 Super Bowls were won by Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold.
So there's a chance out there.
Yeah, I ain't saying the Texans can't win because they've got C.J. Stroud. I'm judging them. Worse guys have done it.
Right. I'm judging them on a curve. This is a team that 3 years ago said Super Bowl if we do things right. And we're still not out of that conversation, but the number of things that did happen right have been limited. So there's still light at the end of the tunnel. It just feels like that light's a longer way away than it was a couple of years ago.
It really does feel down the road here. But I don't know. Yeah, crazier things have happened. It just I don't feel like – I don't know why. Organizationally, I don't think of the Texans as like a playoff caliber organization. I just
not yet.
I think I spent too much time around them.
Well,
I was too close to the fire.
No, you have to earn it, and they haven't earned it. They've been a fun team. They've been a surprising team, and then they've been a bad team, all in a space of 3 years, and haven't separated. And I say that as a Cowboy fan that has done the same and worse. And for whatever reason, it comes back to a quarterback that you just have to do too much for to get there.
And like someone said, like me bad-mouthing C.J. Stroud and his playoff performance, but I didn't say the same thing about Josh Allen. First of all, the difference is Josh Allen had a bad playoff game. There's no doubt. But when you watch that game, like Josh Allen did some good things too. Josh Allen he also had his team with a chance to win that game. C.J. Stroud never gave his team a chance.
I'm not getting into an argument whether it's between Stroud and Allen. Come on,
I don't have to talk. I don't have to defend
justify crap.
No. Also, before that game, Josh Allen had like the best. He was the best like statistical quarterback in playoff history. C.J. Stroud had a game where he gave his team zero chance to win. I'm not saying he's going to do that all the time, but I also don't know that that'll be the last time he does it. And that was if you're saying, hey, I want to be the highest paid player in the world, and that's the last thing you put on film, man, your agent better be real slick, because that's the first thing I'm going to put on and be like, okay, tell me why.
Exactly. So,
and then the agent's going to go, well, because what's your alternative? And I'm going to go, damn it.
And what drives me crazy is Texans fans that feel like you're denigrating a guy that I think there's no one that short of 10 teams that wouldn't be perfectly happy to have Stroud, but you have to do things right when you have a guy like that. There's a reason why Darnold was successful. They surrounded him with he landed in a place where the talent fit what he wanted to do, and there's been an attrition of talent from the Texans. It hasn't been an improvement.
Well,
it's been lateral or worse.
The line has been a problem now for multiple years, and they still don't seem to have an answer for it. And I really think, and I didn't disagree with it at the time, the trading Laramie Tunsil, even though I did say, well, you had a bad offensive line and you got rid of your best offensive lineman. I understood what they were saying, like, oh, it's got to be a culture fit. Laramie's not a great locker room guy. But then Laramie Tunsil goes to Washington and is like, one of the 10 best tackles in football.
So maybe it was your locker room and not him.
That's concerning to me. Mm-hmm. That's concerning to me. So like when you've got a bad offensive line, you trade away the best of your bunch because he doesn't fit, but then he goes and is a top 10 tackle and your offensive line still stinks.
And here's the deal. It's about to get a lot worse. You've got a little bit of money now. Wait till 2 years from now when you finally sign him and you're paying him that $200 million
or this
deal,
year,
and you got no money.
That's the thing. Once you pay C.J. Stroud, I say it's not just the Texans. This is about everybody. If you pay your quarterback premium quarterback money, you better believe that he is a person who can put you on his back and carry you.
Because 5 years, you're in the valley of death, man. You got no money.
And God bless him. The Kansas City Chiefs found a quarterback that can carry them on their back. And it's like, oh, well, who's your best wide receiver? I don't know. Who's your best running back? It doesn't matter. They've got Patrick Mahomes. He's been able to pull them through it. The Bills, who have
we'd be saying the same thing about the Bills,
but they've been unable to do it. Josh hasn't been that guy yet. I think the Bills believe he is that guy. I'd like to see it. I think the Ravens believe Lamar Jackson's that guy. I'd like to see it. The Bengals certainly believe Joe Burrow's that guy. But I'm telling you now, once you pay him like the man, it is so much more difficult to build a team around him. It's so much easier to have a guy paid like Sam Darnold and then build a Super Bowl roster around him.
Exactly.
And just have a guy who doesn't screw it up.
The table was set.
Yeah. And quite frankly, when the Seahawks won the last Super Bowl that they won, Russell Wilson on his rookie year, on his rookie deal, and they had a brilliantly built roster around him. And then when Russell got paid, what happened to Seattle?
Yep. Slow attrition. You can't keep up with the Joneses anymore.
And C-Note says not everyone has a Pat Mahomes, though.
You're right.
That's why you've got to build your roster different. If you have that guy, you can say, take all my money, we're going to put all our eggs in your basket and hope that you win it. That's exactly what Buffalo's done. Buffalo said, we've got a great offensive line, we've got a great quarterback, we can see how far it can take us. They hadn't gotten them where they want to go yet, but that's their plan. The Chiefs said it has gotten them where they want to go. I think the Eagles, now that Jalen Hurts has gotten his money, I think we continue to see the fall of the Eagles because all this talent that they had is going to fall away.
They can't afford to keep average talent.
When Seattle decides to give Sam Darnold real money, like top-tier quarterback money, believe me, that thing will crumble.
And they're not going to do that.
So if you have a top-tier quarterback, pay him accordingly. If you have a pretty good quarterback,
talk him into taking less money and start the search.
Or start over. Because paying middling quarterbacks top-tier money is the quickest way to mediocrity. Dallas Cowboys.
Look northwest from Houston. Just look up the road, man.
As soon as they gave Dak the most money that any quarterback in the world had gotten, it's like, okay, well, that pound of flesh has to come from somewhere. And look at this defense now. Look, there's no Micah Parsons anymore, and suddenly it feels like, man, why can't we get better? Well, money's tight because our quarterback makes a ton of it.
And speaking of, I got to call that quarterback and renegotiate so he'll be here even longer so I can find some money to help him while he's here even longer.
Yeah. Brian said if the Bills don't get a real wide receiver one, they won't win. I think you're probably right.
You're getting close.
You're probably right. And I think they're gonna try to draft one again this year. We'll see if they get it right. Keelan Coleman was a miss.
Because they can't go buy one. They got to draft or find one that's that's off the scrap heap that found its right place at the right time because they're constrained.
Or trade for one and then cut it out of some other part of your roster, which is that's not ideal. And the likelihood that they're going to bring Bosa back, very slim. He was a big part of what they did last year. Like that's the kind of things that it's hard to manage when your quarterback's making the lion's share of the money.
Being average and winning 8 games a year sucks. It does. 8, 9, it just sucks, man.
Yep.
Just enough to keep you fed, but you're always still hungry.
And Gilbert says, bringing up Hurts, he's got 2 years left on his contract. He does. There's gonna have to be a tough conversation sometime between the start of this year and the end of next year. On what are they going to extend him? How are they going to treat him? Because this is a guy who won them a Super Bowl and got them close to another one. But
Howie will cut him. I'm telling you, Howie will let him go.
It's a lot easier said than done.
I agree, but I think this will be easy because they're going to wave goodbye to A.J. Brown and regret it. Because he's going to be successful where he goes.
No, I agree with that. I just don't know that A.J. Brown is A.J. Brown helps the Eagles less than he helps any other team.
No, what I'm saying is he's going to leave and go be successful, and you're going to look at the Eagles and go, wow, we didn't think we had a passing game before. Now we got nothing. And then why do we keep the guy that can't throw here?
Yeah. D. Will says, I'll tell you what, I hate Philly, but I'll be damned if they won a Super Bowl with Foles and a few years later totally reset the team. They were back at it with his new team. But you know what they did? Both times they won the Super Bowl, they had a quarterback on a rookie deal.
And the one when they started to look even less than stellar, gone, man, gone.
So again, once it's hard to pay those guys and then make it happen. But
what was that quarterback that got hurt? Remember his name?
Carson Wentz.
Was it Carson? Yeah. Remember Carson Wentz?
Carson
Wentz
was like having an MVP season.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They cut him. That's fine.
That's true. And D. Wilson, so it can be done even if you can. You're starting QB. It can. And that's the thing. You have to ask yourself, and the Texans are going to have to ask themselves this question: how much better is C.J. Stroud than the replacement you would draft for him? And is he $30 million a year better? Because if he's not, then you're overpaying. And that's the question that they've got to ask. Can you, if we give you $30 million less, get his replacement who makes $30 million less, can he do what C.J. Stroud does or come close to it? Because then you don't have to – there's never a concern about, are we going to be able to pay Will Anderson? Are we going to be able to pay Nico Collins? Because if you've got a cheap quarterback, that's not even a question. Of course you pay Will Anderson. Of course you pay Nico Collins. Those are the best players on your team. But if you pay C.J. Stroud like he is Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow and he doesn't play like those guys, you are hopeless.
And the two teams you just mentioned, they don't got no ring.
Nope.
They ain't got no ring.
They do not. They do not. All right. We'll be right back. We're wrap up hour number 3. Oh, the time is flying today, Rob. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's flying because we're in such good shape. That's not it.
I'm a circle.
How do you feel this morning? Did you wake up feeling good? Nothing slowing you down, keeping you out of your day, nothing painful. If that's you, man, congratulations. But when you reach a certain age, and that can be 20s for some of us, pain starts keeping you out of your day. And I'm talking about the kind of stuff where you generally consider, do I want to do that and deal with the pain in my knee or my feet or my back just because the price I pay tomorrow for the fun I have today just isn't worth it? If you've reached that point in your life, I want you to remember the word Arasti. Arasti is a method of getting you out of pain. It's a designation achieved by medical professionals well above and beyond what they got into the business for. Like if you were a physical therapist, you earn, you achieve, you study, and you attain an Arasti I'd say a degree, an Arasti certification, and that goes for general practitioners, physical therapists, chiropractors. If you can offer Arasti, you offer a way out of pain that most don't have. That's why they've been so successful. You don't need a referral to go see an Arasti provider. When you walk in the door, they accept most insurances. You get a full evaluation, and they find out why you're hurting, and they fix the problem. I am living proof. I had lower back issues, still do, but I'll tell you what, Arasti gets me fixed every time I walk in the door. Fast, under 4 visits most of the time for me, and I'm like most customers. So don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call them today. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website, Arasti.com. They got a map there of all the providers. You're going to find one fast. Don't let pain keep you from doing those things you love. Call them now. They're going to get you fixed. Go have fun. And when you do, come by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Getting reports of some debris in the roadway on 35 southbound at Fisher Road. Middle lanes blocked. 1604 southbound, that connector to 151. That stall is blocking the left lane of the connector ramp. Still have that stalled 18-wheeler at 35 southbound at Walters. It's now off to the right shoulder. And 410 northbound 151, disabled vehicle, right shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Spurs have one more leg on their rodeo road trip in Philly to take on the Sixers.
And we will have the latest Cowboys and NFL news. We'll even talk about it with Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com at 5:15.
I hope she has some answers about what Jerry's going to do.
Please.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
One.
I knew it.
God. Yikes.
The big boss is in town. He'd probably love to hear my singing.
I'm sure he's all about that.
Yeah, he's on his way from the airport
Do
now.
we have
I've heard he's a big Creed fan.
Oh.
Yeah. They said take anything that's Alpha Media or Jack
Porter
FM
or all of our previous companies, they don't exist. We've hidden everything.
So it said 94.1 WE or something like what?
It was
that was We 94.5, the hip hop station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in the day.
Which is now 103.3 the app.
Yeah.
Okay. But they were like, get rid of all that.
And we were 94.1 there for a minute.
And they were like
94.5, 103.3.
Yeah, and they said make sure you put if you have any Creed memorabilia, put it out because our big boss is a huge Creed head.
I got my Scott Stapp shirt in the other room.
Yeah.
Put that on.
Yeah.
I brought all the
CDs. Put on my cross and carry a Bible. Say a little prayer against you.
I like how you said we were 94.1 for a little while.
We are now.
Still
I was going to say 5. We were 94.5 there for several years.
I was in my head. I'm like, I'm almost certain we still are 94.1.
We went from 94.5.
If not, I've been leading the listeners astray for a long time now.
We were 94.5, and then we were 103.3.
ESPN or the sports station was.
Yeah, we bounced a couple of
frequencies
there for
this is
as
where
we
we
were.
this is where we belong.
We were buying the bandwidth that we have now because we're now a blowtorch.
Oh yes,
we go to Houston and Corpus, and I know we've got folks in Austin listening right now.
Yes, and that's why they were able to go out and make a celebrity hire like me.
Yep,
that's it. Oh, we ran out of money buying the bandwidth.
Yes.
We got you with what was left.
They said, listen,
hey.
Yeah.
We want to pay you way less money than you've made in the last 15 years.
Have you seen our break room?
But yeah, you
got new carpet. We built a studio.
Yes.
They fixed the AC.
The AC. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
God, can the new boss come like once a month?
I know.
Be careful of what you ask for.
Can we get him back?
Oh, I know. No, he'll move in here.
Can we get him back here in July and make sure that our AC is running smoothly that whole time?
There's a lot of open offices, so watch out.
That's right. The general showing up is not always a good thing.
Oh, it's going to be good today. Oh, I bet we have good snacks today, too.
I hope so.
They're going to cater, huh?
I don't know. I would assume.
What, are they going to have the boss not eat?
Well, I mean.
No, they're going to take him out to eat.
Yeah, I don't think the unwashed masses are going to partake in the executive
probably to
lunch.
The tower.
They bring him back full.
I think,
Yeah.
I like to picture that he's going to sit down and there's going to be like a fish and a loaf of bread, and he's going to hand it out to all of us, and we're all going to eat.
And there's going to be enough.
There's going to be enough. Somehow there's enough, and there's leftovers. There's baskets of leftovers from one fish and one loaf of bread.
Well, he's a pretty big wig.
Oh, man. That's how it works, right, Vic?
That's how it works.
That's how it works. And if that's not enough to feed everybody, I hope the AC kicks on and it starts spraying manna all over the.
Oh yeah,
I got my chapstick just in case.
Good, you're ready.
Did I mention you're a handsome man? Striking, really.
What's your favorite Creed album, boss?
I love that one too.
Same, man, same. Oh, man. All right.
Man, I can't do it.
No,
sorry, turn the Creed off. Sorry, boss.
Creed.
Can't do it. No more. I tried. Damn it.
Yeah. Cheese Cube Factory says he's a Creed fan, but doesn't like to hear AJ sing. They sound the same. I know. Oh,
therein lies the rub.
The only way is one.
See? If I had the instrumental.
Yikes.
And Daryl Ringy says they got the bandwidth mid-level host combo. Well,
there you go.
No need to throw shade at the afternoon show.
Wow. I was kind of I appreciate the mid-level.
Maybe watch your mouth when you're talking to the 18th best show in the country.
You better smile when you say that.
Boom!
Right. Boom! We're chasing 17. Those Portland SOBs were coming for you.
Boom! Number 18. You know how the Blitz has that sign they put up here that says the Blitz?
Yeah.
We should make ourselves a trophy that says the 18th best morning show in the country.
It's kind of like hanging a participation ribbon behind you, but sure.
I'm for that.
Yeah, make it a big trophy.
We'll just we get a big purple ribbon that has 18 on it.
You know what would be really funny? Yeah. Is if we get a trophy that's big enough that, like, I can see, like, we'll put it right here. I'll be able to see over it, but Minix, he'll have to be right here, and he won't be able to see over it.
The moment we start.
Or he'll have to move the trophy, and then we'll make fun of Minix for being bitter about us having the trophy, and they don't have one.
The fact that we're celebrating 18.
Rob, don't you don't diminish
where we are
our great achievements.
Hey. You're talking to the 18th rated radio station.
That's right.
In all the world.
That's right. In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig. Top flight of the world.
Don't mess with me. I'm a bubble team. I might get invited to the dance.
You never know. You never know. Speaking of, we're starting, by the way, I don't know if you're aware of this. We're starting conference tournaments today.
You know what that means? Daytime basketball.
There is going to be daytime basketball.
Bad basketball, but daytime basketball.
I think Doug Gottlieb's boys up in the horizon, Green Bay, they're playing today. But yeah, we've reached the beginning of conference tournament season. The Horizon, and what's today, March 4th? We've also got third. The Sun Belt starts up today, and the Patriot League starts up today. So lots of things.
They don't have scholarships in the Patriot
League. I can. You know what? Write this down in your notebook. You know who's going to win the Patriot League?
Yale.
Navy. For being like Navy's like bottom 5 in the country in height. Like they're one of the shortest teams in the country.
We need to build taller subs.
All they do is roast these other teams in the Patriot League. The Patriot League sucks.
They play res ball,
and Navy blasts them. So I'm Team Navy to make the tournament. They're going to be there. They'll be there. You're welcome, guys.
I'm with Penn.
Free money. That's the Ivy League. That's a completely different league. Now you're talking about the smart kids.
The Patriot League's pretty smart.
Some of them are. They're not Ivy League smart, let's face it.
Have you ever been to Binghamton? Those are smart guys up there.
And the Ivy League's one of the last tournaments that gets played because there's only 4 teams make it.
This league is full of UMass Lowell.
Yeah.
Is that a dude or a city?
So the Ivy League, think about it. The Ivy League only has 8 teams, and they're like, there's no point in letting the bottom 4 teams come to the playoff. We're only going to take the top 4 teams. They're going to play 2 games. The winner goes to the tournament.
The other 4 got homework.
Beat it. You guys get back to school.
Don't do your term paper.
Meanwhile, everybody else is like trying to be inclusive and let all their teams have a chance. And like the Ivy League's like, no, only if you're 5th place in the league, you don't get a chance.
God, the Patriot League is terrible.
Yeah. Navy's really good, though. They are really good. Now, I mean, Navy will get blasted in the tournament because they're a bunch of 5'10" dudes, but they got some juice in that league. They've got some juice. But on the schedule tonight, in the world of bigger boy, and no offense to Navy, but in big boy basketball, Tennessee's at South Carolina tonight. One of the better games of the night, Alabama's at Georgia. Georgia is, they're a 20-win team. They're a 500 SEC team. They're pretty good. Alabama, a 1.5-point favorite on the road, and Alabama is hard to bet against right now. This is a team that went through some struggles earlier in the season. They were under a lot of scrutiny, and they have now won 9 games in a row. 9 times they've won in a row, and slight favorite tonight. I think they handle business against Georgia. They seem to have really figured it out, even without good old Charles Bediako in year 22 of eligibility.
Yeah. This is one of the styles make fights kind of team. If you allow their guards to go and do what they want to do, they're going to beat you. Yeah. I mean, that's just Nate Oates has got enough talent there to beat you. But there's a prescription for Alabama, and if you can fill that prescription, you'll beat them. But they're a team that's far better than they were a month ago. I'll give you that.
You got to be able to defend 3 really good guards, and one of them, LeBaron Philon's an NBA guard. Aiden Holloway's close.
He's going to be next year.
And Latrell Wrightsell is a senior who takes care of the ball and is very good.
I like them a lot. They're a fun, well-coached basketball team. They're just a little under-talented. A little undersized, a little under-talented.
Yeah, I mean, they're not huge, but they go fast, and they take care of the ball. And I love Nate Oates. I think Nate Oates is, one of the best coaches in the country. And like I said, they're playing their best ball right now, while Georgia, who started out the season hot, kind of ran into a stumble area where they lost 5 out of 6 in the SEC. They've sort of righted the ship, but this is a tough task for them. I think Alabama gets the job done tonight. Elsewhere, the TCU Horned Frogs travel up to Lubbock. They go take on the Red Raiders up on the Llano Estacado. Texas Tech continues to surprise me. I was ready to write their obituary after JT Toppin got hurt. Meanwhile, they just keep winning games. I think they're 9.5-point favorites. Maybe it could be 10-point favorites by the time it tips off. If it does get to double digits, I'll be on TCU. But I've also bet against Texas Tech multiple times since Toppin got hurt, and I've gotten my ass kicked. So.
I think they're better than 10 at home against TCU.
Okay.
I do.
What the problem is, with Toppin, Tech wasn't a shooting team. Everything went through him. And now they're shooting, and the thought was, well, they aren't good shooters or they would be shooting. And they're just making an exorbitant amount of three-point shots now that they didn't make earlier in the season because they had JT Toppin. So I may be just totally underselling what they can do. And obviously they're very well coached, too. You talk about good coaches. McCaslin is great.
They're going to win with defense. They're going to turn you over, and they're going to hit their shots when they win.
Virginia, 14.5-point favorites against Wake Forest. Here's a good one. Clemson at North Carolina. North Carolina, a 3.5-point favorite. Another team that I've wanted to fade without their star player, much like Texas Tech. And much like Texas Tech, they keep finding ways to win.
17th in the country. I would
Very
have thought
frustrating.
they'd have held on.
Yeah, Clemson though is pretty good. I could see Clemson. I could see now Clemson on the road, not as good, but I could see Clemson fighting here. St. John's 16.5-point favorites against Georgetown. Georgetown's so terrible.
Yes.
This was supposed to be like a comeback year for them. They suck.
What's the coach came from Providence has made no difference
the guy with,
at all.
Yeah,
the keloids on the back of his head.
I don't know why I can't think of his name. Put me on the spot and I forgot it.
Yeah, me too.
Toledo's at Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio, a 9-point favorite tonight against Toledo, the Rockets. Toledo plays a style where it's going to be up and down, and I'm going to say now 9 points is a lot. I would not be shocked if Toledo is the team that knocks off Miami.
In Miami?
In Miami.
That's a big ask. I'll tell you, the pressure on Miami.
That's what I'm
now
saying. The
is
pressure's
so embarrassing that they're having to deal with this. That you're undefeated. No team has come this far in a long time, and you might not even make the tournament.
They're
and you read that in the paper every morning. Like, you're not good. We've done everything we can, and I'm still not good enough.
No, they'll make the tournament. There's no way they don't make the tournament now. They as long as they don't lose their next 2 games and their first round tournament game, they're going to be in.
They better be.
You get to 29, you get 30 wins, you're going to be in. I mean, it'd be really hard for them to get left out. I think
Travis Shamockery.
It would be Travis Steele Shamockery is what it would be. But no, I think they're safely in at this point. And then Mississippi State's at Florida. Florida 24-point favorite.
Ceremonial lamb.
Illinois 19 against Oregon.
They better do something tonight. Kansas
has to bounce back. They're 5.5 on the road at Arizona State. And then Corn. It's Corn. They're 1.5-point favorites at UCLA.
Good game. That's a good
Should
game.
be a good game, yeah. All right, we got 1 hour left. Morning Huddle, 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Ready to feel like yourself again this spring? If low energy, weight gain, or low sex drive are holding you back, it may be time to check your testosterone. At Synergenics and Low T Center, you get TRT customized to your body and often covered by insurance. Their board-certified providers fine-tune your treatment to keep results strong, safe, and build around your goals. This month, take advantage of a free men's testosterone test, huge discounts on women's hormone testing, and savings on peptides. Book now at Synergenics.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars continue their road trip tonight against the Calgary Flames, and my friends from Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. In ESPN.com's latest hockey power rankings, the Stars are at number 5, and they're playing great hockey. And at tonight's watch party, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for 2, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And at tonight's watch party, you can win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like t-shirts and hats. It's the Stars and Flames. Puck drops tonight at 8 o'clock. Be at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle, ultra-fine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's biggest moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at Highway 90 westbound, the on-ramp from 410. That wreck has the connector ramp partially blocked. A stalled 18-wheeler, 35 southbound at Walters up to the shoulder. Slowing down along 35 southbound Frostbank Center Drive on down to St. Mary's. And 1604 northbound Calabria to Houseman. Also noticing a little bit of a delay. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back after a tough loss in New York Sunday. They're in Philadelphia to close out the rodeo road trip. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Max Crosby rumors are back at it as Albert Breer with SI.com reports the Cowboys will be one of 7 teams keeping tag on the Pro Bowl edge rusher. In other Cowboys news, edge rusher Donovan Eziraku will likely be out until training camp after last year's second-round pick had surgery to repair a hip labrum injury he played through last season. Finally, in college football news, the Texas Longhorns have hired former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops as a special assistant to Steve Sarkisian. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, 9:02 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. Did you see that Coach K
has something to say?
Oh, yes.
There's too many teams, damn it.
Yeah. The tournament expansion that everyone keeps talking about. Coach K says it would be a big mistake to change the format of March Madness. Big
huge,
mistake.
Huge.
I agree with him for one thing.
Come on.
I mean, listen, man. This is not college football where we ever feel like, Auburn got left out of the national championship picture. They could have won the whole thing. Where no one thinks that about the 69th team that gets left out of the college basketball tournament. Enough's enough at some point.
It's not about that. It's not about adding a potential champion to this mix.
It's about adding more money.
Yes, that's exactly it. You've hit it on the head.
You say this all the time. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered.
And I don't think we've reached the
thing
limit.
is right.
It is right.
Why mess it up? Why mess with it?
I don't think adding another day, another 8 teams, another 4-hour bracket is going to mess anything up. I don't think I think it's a back end.
It already messed it up.
Bottom line.
It already messed it up when they'd have the pigtail games going into your bracket.
It hadn't messed up anything. We don't pay attention. We just wait till those games are played, and then we fill in our bracket.
What happens when there's 16 more games?
It'll be the same thing. There'll still be a tournament of 64, and then we'll have a couple of play-ins to figure it out. And
there are real people talking about a 128-team tournament.
Rob. I've seen
there are 365 teams in D1, and they want 128 of them to play for the championship.
One of the greatest sports stories ever told and talked about is Hoosiers, and that was built out of a tournament that literally every team in the state played in.
Mm-hmm. Do they still do that?
Yeah. They still do it. I think that in some way or fashion. But,
That's absurd.
So you open the door to everybody. You're not linked in everything. As long as it doesn't take away from the grandeur that is the end, I don't care about the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I tend to side with Coach K here. If the NCAA tournament doesn't expand in 2027 or beyond, they've said the current 32-team automatic qualifier format will not change. The adoption of additional at-large spots, that's the possibility. It says if there's 32 automatic qualifiers, that leaves 36 spots. That means you're going to leave a bunch of top 50 teams out of the tournament, right? Yeah. Because when you're leaving top 50 teams out, you're usually leaving out number 48, 49, and 50.
See, you're about the destination, and I'm about the journey.
I'm about when something is perfect, don't jack with it. Don't you don't want to see it'd be like Scarlett Johansson getting breast implants. Listen, lady, everything's working already. You don't need it. Yeah. Don't mess with perfection.
Well, I appreciate the chase.
You don't need it. Dan Hurley's also come out and said that the adding teams would devalue the regular season. Jim Boeheim has advocated for the inclusion of more teams. That's because his team got left out a bunch because they stunk. Tom Izzo has said he doesn't think it would be healthy for the sport. Bill Self doesn't want more teams.
So
he doesn't want more games.
Consistent Final Four championship caliber coaches are. Yeah, I get it.
The teams currently on the bubble: TCU, Santa Clara, New Mexico, VCU, Cal, Auburn, San Diego State, Seton Hall. They're all for it. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we need more teams. Yeah, when Santa Clara and Seton Hall are banging the table to let more in.
I just want a chance, Coach.
That should let you know. I don't know, man. It's just the NCAA tournament's always been so great.
You get another opportunity for the buzzer beater. You get another opportunity for something spectacular. It's a brief fire.
What's your favorite first four moment?
The moment I can fill my bracket in,
exactly,
the moment that it's done.
Well, let's just have more meaningless games. Why?
Because it pads the bottom line. I'm not going to watch them. I mean, I might stumble on them, but it's kind of like, who the hell cares about any other? I mean, the NIT still exists because people want to go watch basketball. I mean, it's still there. It doesn't matter, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, I've got no interest in the NIT.
I don't care, but there are people that do. And if there's space out there to go do it, as long as it doesn't screw up anything I'm doing, go do it. I mean, I know schools need money so badly. I mean, the effort to keep and, in the environment now, one more game, why not?
Brackets will be released, what's today? It'll be 12 days from now, a week from Sunday. The NCAA has sent out a memo, though, to all its D1 schools cautioning against the possibilities that the upcoming men's and women's tournaments could see some travel struggles.
What?
Yeah. The memo says nationwide, significantly fewer charter aircraft are available due to several factors outside of NCAA's control. A contributing factor to the potential travel stress, the ongoing partial government shutdown and operational aviation issues for large private aircraft, which have emerged as a result of the Department of Homeland Security and ICE collaborating to use private airplanes to deport immigrants at the behest of the president.
So we won't be able to get teams to their game because they're flying people to Panama or wherever they're taking them?
It says the logistical challenge of moving almost all participating teams for both tournaments within 12 to 72 hours beginning on Selection Sunday night is compounded by the busy spring break travel season, the national shortage of charter aircraft nationwide, and the potential TSA impact of the partial government shutdown.
We'll just put them on a Conair flight.
So, yeah.
Let them fly with Nick Cage.
The NCAA pays for private aircrafts for all NCAA tournament games for teams more than 400 miles away from their first weekend sites. Schools also have the option to procure but pay for private air travel on their own behalf if they choose. But in this instance, the schools could run into the same problem if they don't rely on the NCAA to arrange their flights.
That's one of those things that there ain't a team in the SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12 that doesn't have access to a private jet from an alumni.
Just
you know what I mean?
and get on a bus.
Well, I mean, the big schools, this is what? Who cares? We got our jets. But you were talking about Incarnate Word. They go to a tournament. Yeah, that's a problem. You got to book. You got to charter. You got to find something. And if you don't have a wealthy alum to hand you a jet, yeah, you're going to be flying on Southwest.
Did you have you gotten your flight thing that
yeah, finally.
Your TSA pre?
Finally got the TSA pre thing.
I got mine and I said Dear Trusted Traveler, your Trusted Traveler membership will be expiring soon.
See, I got the Dear Trusted Traveler that I am now completely trusted.
Damn it. I got to go update mine. That way I don't have to wait in the plead line.
I went the international version, too, so I can just jump.
Gallivant.
I can just gallivant, go wherever I want.
Nice.
Go to.
I don't have to take my shoes off, never again.
Headed to Luxembourg.
You know, that's how I roll. No, I'm keeping my shoes on. I'm a trusted traveler.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the laptop will stay in the bag, sir. I'm a trusted traveler.
Oh, take my belt off?
No.
Maybe
no.
check this card.
That's for the peons. I'm leaving my gold-crusted belt on.
Also, it's pretty dumb that, I've got TSA pre and Rob doesn't, and then we travel together, and then I get through the line, but then I end up waiting at the end of the line anyway for Rob anyway. It's no point in me having it.
No more. Now we can jet through the lines fast. See, I used to be able to for a long time. As long as you were with somebody that had TSA pre, you kind of got it too.
Yeah, those were the days.
They booked together. Not anymore.
Those were the days. Gilbert says UIW, I'm sure, also has access to a jet.
I hope.
UTSAs of the world do not.
It's a true statement.
But hey, I've got real good news for you. The odds of UTSA making the tournament are literally less than zero.
Yes.
So don't worry about it.
Not a worry this year.
They will not need a. Now I don't know what the ladies team is like. So maybe the lady runners are really good, but the man runners, they ain't gonna need the fellas won't need a flight. They're gonna be all right.
I was looking at the wealthiest alumni of University of Texas San Antonio.
Okay.
His name is Carlos Alvarez, founder of Gambrinus Company, importer of Corona.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
He's donated roughly $20 million to the university. We need another plane, Mr. Alvarez.
Please. Yeah, so, wer fancy?
I bet they've been called a bit.
Wer fancy? Let's see. It looks like I think we are set for the Southland Conference.
I've been to a couple of those.
Where UIW plays. UIW is going to be they're the 6th seed in the women's. And did they not make it in the men's? How are they done? What are they doing? They don't have all the teams make it. Oh, only 8 teams make it in the men's.
Good
so
grief, that's a giant conference, and they're only taking 8.
Yeah, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So that gets
12
us down
teams. Yeah, if you're one of the bottom 4 teams, you don't make it. So
we're down to, UIW is right there.
RIP, Incarnate Word does not make the tournament.
Looks like I would stop it at Nichols.
The 7-8 matchup is going, or I guess there's still a chance. Nope, 7's Northwestern State, 8's Houston Christian. Yep. So it is set. RIP to this season for Incarnate Word. All thanks to my son yelling, "That's my man!"
Recruit San Antonio, Coach. Recruit San Antonio.
Yeah. Watching that game, it's going to be tough. Stephen F. Austin's good. Stephen F. Austin and McNeese probably the teams to beat there. And the conference tournament, which is like I thought was in Katy, I'm second guessing that now. Nope, it is not. It is in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
That's closer to McNeese.
It's at McNeese's gym. So the Townsley Law Arena, 700 East McNeese Street.
Little home court cooking.
Little home cooking. Will Wade must have made him sign a contract a while back before he bailed on him to make sure that happened. Rob, the golf tournament.
It's almost here.
We're running out of time. If you've not signed up, what are you waiting for?
Legitimately.
You are listen, just like the NCAA tournament, we only have so many spots, and we're running out of them here. We're going to be playing March 30th, the Golf Club of Texas. That is it's under a month from now. It's 4 weeks from yesterday. And it's going to be the Golf Club of Texas, presented by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Get your slot now. It's $150 per person, or grab a whole foursome for $500. And it's benefiting feeding animals at the no-kill shelters across Texas. Presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chonkla, and the Ancira Group. PPL Motorhomes also involved with that. The SA Sports Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com. Be there or be a big loser, I guess. And every year we got people going, "Do you got any more spots?" No. No. I'm not expanding the field. I refuse. When something's perfect, you don't expand the field.
That's right.
And here at the San Antonio Sports Star, we say no expansion. we're gonna once the bracket is full, that's it. That's it. We're not. There's no pigtails. There's no at large.
Well, if we had any more, we'd have to play the day before.
I know. We don't have time for that.
We can't get any larger than we are unless we're running sixums. That's no fun.
No one wants to do that. All right. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Very important things. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at Highway 90 westbound. The on-ramp from 410. That wreck has the connector ramp partially blocked. A stalled 18-wheeler, 35 southbound at Walter is off to the shoulder. Slowing down along 35 southbound Frostbank Center Drive on down to St. Mary's. And 1604 northbound Calabria to Houseman. Also noticing a little bit of a delay. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code ALAMO, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code ALAMO, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
Texas is leading America again, and John Lujan is a big reason why. Working side by side with Governor Greg Abbott, Representative John Lujan helped bring high-paying jobs home and strengthen Texas's energy dominance. Now, John Lujan is ready to bring the Trump agenda home to Texas. That means fighting for affordability, higher-paying local jobs, and lower federal taxes for working families. It means defending Texas energy, protecting oil and gas jobs from failed liberal policies, and keeping America #1 in energy production. It means securing our border, making President Trump's border policies permanent, crushing the cartels, stopping fentanyl, and ending human trafficking. And it means rebuilding our military. No social experiments, no distractions, just the strongest, toughest fighting force on earth. Conservative John Lujan is the only candidate endorsed by the San Antonio Express-News, Texas Alliance for Life, and Governor Greg Abbott. On March 3rd, vote Republican John Lujan for Congress. Abbott, Trump, Lujan, a tough team for Texas.
Political ad paid for by John Lujan for Congress.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I got a man that's soft and sweet.
La Semana
He's so
Alegre.
fine, he can't be beat down. Bam, bam.
Wonder how she looks now. Last time I saw her was nearly 50 years ago. You think she looks the same?
I'm guessing not.
See what bow wow wow.
Bam. Bam, bam.
Look it up, Rob.
I'm looking. Now, back in the day, a mohawk and a loincloth. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Look, she's naked.
You got anything like modern day?
I don't think they're going to let us see that. It affects ticket sales.
Yeah, it might be. That's true.
They're like, oh God, no.
I forget what band I saw. I think it might have been New Order.
Oh,
and
they just look.
The
totally...
keyboardist, like, she came out in like a house dress, gray hair and rollers. Like, oh my God, my grandmother's on keyboard.
Yeah, there's a time to cut it off, to stop.
Annabella Lewin.
Did you guys see that video of the guy getting his ass whooped at a Whataburger?
Oh yeah, with a trash can.
Yeah.
No.
Dumbass.
And some guy got like, first of all, man.
Was it over the number?
I laughed
the
for
number
a minute
10th.
Yeah.
You gotta be. Listen, in Texas, most people are carrying. All right, be careful who you jack with.
That's a very true, especially late night in a Whataburger.
And
right,
this dude, the manager at Whataburger, wasn't carrying, but he picked up a trash can and started wailing on this dude. And the dude's on the ground, and he's just pounding on him. And he, like, gets up and tries to get away, and dude hits him again with the trash can. I mean, he is beating this dude's ass with a trash can.
He was genuinely upset.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, you're going to try to rob me? You're going to act a fool in my Whataburger?
Yeah.
Well, it's not how they handle things in New Jersey, apparently, in Ewing Township.
We have a FAFO moment.
Yeah. Well, less of one here. But they haven't made arrests. There's at a Wendy's. The Wendy's in Ewing Township, customers became disorderly and broke a drive-through window. Like, they didn't like what they were getting at the drive-thru, so they busted the drive-thru window in, and all 3 women took turns sticking their whole faces inside the Wendy's and trying to mess things up and break things. They damaged property inside the restaurant, attempted to assault employees with various items just before 3 a.m. No word if alcohol was involved here.
Oh, well.
Probably.
You know,
at least a substance of some sort.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything was involved. I don't know, but we have arrests of 23-year-old Honesty Harrison, 18-year-old Sanaya Brittingham, and 19-year-old Leah Williford Stevens, all of Trenton, New Jersey, have all been arrested.
Smirched to Wendy's.
Yes, like, I want to know what goes on because listen, if there was ever a place that I would assault someone over something that happened to me
at a drive-through window,
it would be Taco Bell, because Taco Bell, I haven't been to Taco Bell since I've lived in San Antonio, thank God. But my kid loves Taco Bell. I hate Taco Bell. I don't mind the food. I mean, I don't like the food, but what I don't like about Taco Bell is never in my life, and I've been going to Taco Bell since like 1994. Never in my life have I made an order from Taco Bell and they didn't mess it up. Like, it doesn't matter what Taco Bell. It's not like a particular one. It's almost like they're trained to mess up your order at Taco Bell.
Does it really matter?
No, not
They're
really.
all the same.
As long as, like, for me, if there's not sour cream on it,
yeah,
all right.
It either crunches or it's soft. But they all taste the same.
Hey, when I went, it was just a short menu when they had the enchilada. Remember that?
Yeah. The $59, $79, $99 days.
That was it. That's the last time I probably remember
They should just,
going
when
there.
you pull up to Taco Bell, they say, how many?
Yeah.
We'll give you 9 of them. 9 of what? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter,
You're
man.
getting 9 of them.
Yeah. Enchiladas or the chili cheese burritos.
I got 3 buckets. I got refried beans, I got rice, and I got meat. And I can combine them in a lot of different ways.
Do
but
you
it's
want
the
them
same thing.
You want them on a tostada?
You want it crunchy, you want it soft.
You want some sauce on it?
It's the same. It's the same.
Whatever. But I've never thought, like, you know what I'm going to do when they get my order on? I'm going to whoop somebody's ass at this restaurant.
I've thought about it, though. I have thought about it. Every one of us has gotten home and thought, you know what? I'm going to turn around. And and then you go, I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah, and you just eat it. That's just what you do.
I'm going to write a strongly worded Yelp review.
Yes, because chances are good you're drunk and your Uber driver's already pulled away.
Wait a minute. Did I order this? I don't even remember.
That's true. Like, there's been time when, like, oh, and like, can you prove that you ordered the right thing? Well, absolutely not.
In my mind, I felt like I ordered a burger.
Yeah, I've got no idea really what I ordered. And then often my wife has been like, "Yeah, you ordered that." I'm like, "What?" That's the problem with drunk food. But I've never kicked in the window at a Wendy's and tried to fight the employees.
I asked for the large Frosty. You have to wear it.
Yes. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? Oh, did you know Lindsay Lohan lives in the Middle East now?
She
lives in Dubai.
I hope she's hunkered down.
She had to announce that her and her family are safe following the strikes on Dubai by Iran.
Why Dubai?
I don't really know. She lives with her husband. He is I think he's of Middle Eastern descent. He appears to be. His name's Bader Shamas.
That sounds Middle Eastern.
She's been living there since 2015. They got engaged in 2021, got married the following year. Now they have a kid. And she was recently on the cover of Vogue.
I appreciate Vogue. That's probably a better one.
Vogue Arabia.
There's a Vogue Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
But like a different burqa on the cover?
And she revealed that she loves living in Dubai because of the serenity and peace.
Not anymore.
Well, so much for that.
She married Middle Eastern billionaire type.
Yeah, looks that way.
Does he know she's been ran through like that?
How dare you?
Does she have any idea what went down in the 90s with your wife?
Yeah, it's she. I think she was probably a virgin when they met, is my guess. But I'm not. I don't know everything. But yeah, it seems plausible right?
I don't know.
I think he just said, you know what, man? Listen, whatever happened.
Everybody got a past. I'm not saying anything, but
we're never going back to America, is all he said. He said, where all those dudes are that had you, we're never going back there.
Come back over here.
Sorry.
Man, all of them?
Yeah.
There's quite a few.
That's a pretty long list.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're never going back there. I am a little concerned. There's a new type of radio station popping up that they're apparently happening in every city. Relaxing favorites. And the people who are requesting it are, how old are you, Vic?
54.
They're between my age and your age.
Okay.
Apparently, we are looking for relaxing favorites, basically elevator music.
Like mid-70s.
Like, no, like yacht rock. We want some of that. We want some, yes.
I kind of get it.
Imagine this is what you want to listen, like, I feel like this is like a...
What are you talking about?
The music you when you play The Sims.
Well, it is a Sims song. But if you're stuck in traffic.
This is on hold music.
Yes.
I like a bossa nova.
Phoenix, Nashville, Sacramento have all rolled out new relaxing favorites stations in the last 6 weeks. And this is a Seattle too. Very disturbing trend.
I don't know, man. If I can catch a little bit of crisscross and some Neil Sedaka.
I don't want that. Neil, you saw
a little bit of Pablo Cruz.
You saw he died, right?
That's why I brought him up. We need to play a little laughter in the rain.
Did it make you really sad?
Little Pablo Cruz, a little Crisscross.
Yeah.
I like Christopher Cross.
It makes you want to have some kind of
drink
with an umbrella in it.
No,
yeah.
It just makes me want to change the channel.
Blame it on the Bossa Nova.
Did you see that Catherine O'Hara won an award?
She accepted CGI.
It was Seth Rogen accepted it for her.
What'd she win for?
At the
SAG Awards?
She was honored with the award for outstanding performance by a female actor in a comedy series for her work in The Studio, the Apple TV show.
That was a funny show.
Yeah, so it was the first time in the organization's 32-year history that a woman has received an individual posthumous award. She died January 30th of a pulmonary embolism. Mm-hmm. Rectal cancer was a contributing factor.
I would think that would be a primary contributing factor.
I hate that. That's one of my least favorite cancers. I'm against all cancers, but that's
that
top.
In particular is.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm most against of all of them. And I'm now on season 6, the last season of Schitt's Creek. Mm-hmm. So it's a funny show.
Oh, yeah.
She's not my favorite character in that.
Her wigs are the story of that.
But that is a funny show, man. That is a funny show. Your boy, Jelly Roll.
That's my boy, the human Muppet.
He was rushed to the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's not okay.
That's us, yeah.
He is not okay.
Write another song.
I saw that.
It'll be Plan B.
He is not okay.
He's got something broke.
What's wrong with him?
He broke his collarbone. He flipped his ATV.
Oh.
And apparently it happened back in January, just before the Grammy Awards. But he didn't tell anybody until this last weekend. He said, y'all just took this thing out for the first time since I flipped it. I broke my collarbone. And his wife, Bunny XO, shared it to Instagram. There's such a weird... I don't understand all of it. Like, it's so weird that Jelly Roll is now like...
he's lost 300 pounds.
Yeah, I know, but now he's like America's sweetheart. Even though there's like there's clips of him like saying the N-word and things like everybody's like,
nobody cares anymore.
Everybody gets a second act.
Yeah.
I know, but his like
gets a second act.
He's not. He didn't do any time for his first act.
Well, he did time.
Well, yeah. But he did say he thought he totaled the four-wheeler. He revealed that one of his brothers got it fixed to brand new. He went on to decide he shared the news because he was thinking about his broken collarbone during the Grammys while riding it over the weekend. And he said, I was just thinking I was out there running all over the Grammys with a broken collarbone. Every time I hugged somebody this week, I wanted to scream. I didn't say it, but every time someone squeezed me, dude, I thought I was going to cry. Well, that's the downside to not being a big fat person anymore.
You can get your arms around him.
Yeah, like if you were...
Well, don't lose the weight then.
Well, also, yeah, like, I mean, you would have had a lot of cushioning on that collarbone.
They couldn't reach it.
Well, I mean, that's just saying, Jelly Roll. Like, maybe live up to the name. I feel like he should honestly have to change his name now.
I should not have Googled Jelly Roll.
Why?
I've fallen down a rabbit hole. Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny XO, reveals sex life challenges prior to his mammoth 300 pounds weight loss.
Oh, God.
And, of course, I have to read it.
Yes.
Man.
Dude, I saw, I don't know if you remember, there was
Even when he was 500 pounds, the dude was agile.
So, do you remember?
He's pretty this is a quote. He was pretty athletic under that meat suit.
Oh. Do you remember the radio host that Hulk Hogan banged his wife and he filmed it? Bubba the Love Sponge is his name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And Bubba the Love Sponge, if you don't know, I don't know if he still is, but he was a great big fat person. And his wife told a story about how Bubba was too fat to wipe. So she had to hold one end of a towel, and he held the other end, and that's how he...
That's true love right there.
It really is.
Get you a woman, get you a wife that'll do that for you.
Now, in exchange, she had sex with Hulk Hogan in front of him.
Well, as long as my butt's clean, you can go do what you got to do.
I mean...
I'd ask her to wash her hands.
What you gonna do, brother?
If I was...
No.
When the Hulkster runs wild on your wife.
Well, wash your hands, Hulkamaniac.
Just hold it a little longer.
There.
I'm almost done.
The Hulkster's like, oh, this is great, baby.
Did you bring the towel?
What's that smell? That's Bubba.
You didn't wash your hands.
Say your prayers, take your vitamins, and wash your hands after you wipe your husband.
With a beach
Gross.
towel.
God. That's awful.
Oh, man. Did you see the Prince Charles, or excuse me, King Charles, my bad, King Charles, he wants to bury the hatchet with Prince Harry.
Uh-huh.
He wants to fix things with Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle. And he has extended an olive branch. What do you think he's offering them?
To accept his mixed race wife?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I would like to
$100?
I would like to offer you both residency at the Royal Lodge.
Can they stay where Andy was staying?
That is where he was staying.
Really? He's gonna. We got a vacancy.
Royal Lodge is now vacant after Charles evicted his brother, and the king sees it as an opportunity for his son and daughter-in-law.
I think it's an excellent opportunity.
One insider says this would be the ultimate olive branch. Charles wants unity, offering Harry a significant Windsor property would send a powerful message that the door is still open.
I'd be in there immediately. Yeah, I'm coming home.
It is thought that this would likely displease Andrew, the former Duke of York, who had lived at Royal Lodge for 20 years. The father of two has reportedly struggled with the move to his temporary home, Wood Farm, which he allegedly described as, quote, beneath him.
Yeah.
Well,
so were those little teenage girls you were messing with.
Maybe don't bang
They shouldn't have
kids.
been beneath you.
Yeah. You need to worry about who's beneath you is the problem. Yeah, he's now they haven't even said, his wife, Sarah Ferguson, they haven't even said where she's moved to.
Sarah's like, I'm out
like
here.
she's in hiding, it seems.
Gone, man. We knew. Remember back in the day, Andy was, remember he was known as Randy Andy back in the day, and little did we know how true that was.
The questions remain on whether or not Harry and Meghan intend to return to royal duties. It appeared last year, though, the couple had considered switching the U.S. for the U.K., particularly when their passport applications for Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet included the titles HRH, as well as their surname Sussex. His and her Royal Highness is HRH. This was reportedly because Harry and Meghan want their kids to decide for themselves whether they want to become working royals or stay out of the public life when they get older. So,
I'd be a working royal in a minute.
Now, it says the optics are tricky. Moving Harry and Meghan into Andrew's old house ties them to a property that's become synonymous with scandal.
There is a sex room.
So you're telling me the royal family has scandal, you say?
Well, they haven't killed anybody
They
in a long
literally,
time.
This is the dude they literally kicked out of the family because he had a black wife.
Kind of. Well, they didn't kick him out. I think Harry got tired.
He got tired of hearing about it, but like, now you're worried about scandal? Bro, I've been living in America because you don't like my black wife.
Hey, move back, man. I'd be a working royal in a minute. You kidding? All I got to do is show up at 10 o'clock and shake some people's hands, and by 3, I'm the prince again.
Just make sure you don't shake Hulk Hogan's hand.
I wouldn't.
All right, we got one segment. What you gonna do, brother? When I get some dew on you. We got one segment left. We'll do the daily lines when we come back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your weekend golf buddies, even the ladies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, March 30th. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 per player and spend the day talking trash, crushing drives, and laughing your way around the course. This isn't a stuffy golf club tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, so you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Shun Club, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio's Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Dang, I forgot the wakeboard. How am I supposed to enjoy myself without my favorite water activity? I mean, sure, we could still go tubing, fishing, or even just relax on a floaty, but without the wakeboard, what's the point?
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match, only on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Red Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is this that new station?
Yeah.
Alamo Heights' his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not look the way he sounds.
Oh, yes. The soothing tones. Imagine a radio station that played nothing but this.
I'm not against it.
I would jump out of the moving car.
Really?
Yes.
Every music has a place.
My dentist has this on.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
This is soothing, relaxing.
They're like,
music.
relax before we put this giant needle in your mouth.
Lean back, settle in.
I hate this kind of mess.
I love it. It's
Float
relaxing.
away.
I don't want to
calms me
relax like
down.
this. I don't want this kind of relax.
I have to. I have anxiety. This is what I do.
Why don't you just smoke weed, Vic?
Well, I can't hear.
Oh.
This is what I listen to on break.
This to calm you down.
Yeah, it calms me
So
down.
sick of working with these sons of. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do, boys. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Mavericks on the road in Charlotte. Charlotte, a 13-point favorite, hosting Dallas.
I'm with that all the way across.
Are you? I kind of lean to Dallas here. Charlotte doesn't stink anymore, but 13 just feels like a
They're
big
on
number for
fire.
them.
The only team to beat the Spurs in the last months are them and the Knicks.
Yeah. The Hornets, who, they've won 4 in a row, playing pretty good ball. It's been a long time since they beat the Spurs. You're talking about like January, right?
But they're hot. They're playing well.
Yeah, they're not bad. Well, they're playing well now. Their last 4 wins: Wizards, Bulls, Pacers, Blazers.
Well, Dallas lines up pretty well with those 4.
Actually, no, you're kind of right on that. And they've won all those games by a healthy margin, by at least 20 points.
For those,
16 points.
I think a lot of people have talked about Con Kneipel about his year. The numbers don't lie, but I don't think a lot have actually took some time to go watch him play.
Oh, he's very good. He's a good defender, even though he doesn't look like he should be a good defender because he's like a goofy white dude. But the guy can D up. He's obviously a really good shooter. He's got game, man. There's no doubt.
Mark Price vibes. He reminds me a lot of him.
Yeah. I think maybe
He's
a better defender. Yeah,
he's bigger than Price was, but that shot that's a gift by God.
Yeah, he's got game, man, no doubt. Again, he's one of those guys who you look at him and you go, he can't be that good, and he's good. I guess to be fair, Cooper Flagg is kind of that too, but we just have seen Cooper Flagg for long enough that we know.
Right, and Con was the third guy on that good get list of freshmen when they came into Duke.
Con looks goofier than Cooper Flagg does. Like he
What about
looks
that dude LaRue? That tall is 7'9".
Oh, he never even plays. That guy's a
He's
sideshow.
A sideshow, exactly.
Pistons are at the Cavs. That's a pretty good one
It
tonight.
is a good.
The Pistons 2.5-point favorites in Cleveland, which tells you there's something going on with Cleveland. I don't know who would be out, but Pistons being favored on the road in Cleveland doesn't feel right if they're both full strength. The Wizards catching 15.5 points at Orlando. Wizards played pretty close with the Rockets last night.
Devin Mitchell out.
Oh, yeah, Donovan Mitchell's out.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
And, that's primarily him.
And James Harden still has a busted hand.
Yeah.
Give me the Pistons.
Yeah.
Wizards, who played the Rockets tough last night, now they go to Orlando, and they're catching 15.5 points. Again, I don't think they're going to win many games, but they might try and look like they're trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Keyshawn George, I saw, had a pretty decent night.
He's a baller, man.
Yeah, he's out there. He's playing well. No Sarr tonight. He's out with a hamstring.
Knicks are at the Raptors. Knicks 2.5-point favorites at Toronto, pushing towards a 2-point favorite. So if you like the Knicks, you better get it. Or no, it's pushing towards 3.
Yeah,
so
we're headed
get it.
3.
Get it now. Brooklyn Nets are at the Miami Heat. Heat are 13.5-point favorites. The Nets just suck. They're unplayable. The Spurs, looks like Sixers are taking some money. Spurs down to 7.5-point favorites. They were 8.5 this morning, so a little money's come in on Philly. I think that is the right side of things. 8.5 felt like a too big of a number. I'd still say 7.5 feels a little too big, although it's tightening up to I would think anything 2 possessions is probably where I'd want to be if I was back in the Spurs.
Only thing to worry about, there will be no Embiid. That's everybody else will be in.
Oklahoma City is at Chicago.
How big is this line?
10.5.
That's not big enough.
I don't think so either. Oklahoma City should bury Chicago, and I don't know. I mean, I know the Bulls won a game last week, and we all celebrated. It was like, whoa, look what happened. But no, the Thunder should absolutely
still no
destroy them.
Shea, still no Jalen, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because again, one team is actively trying to win, the other is actively trying to not win. It takes real effort to lose to the Bulls.
Seriously.
And I have a hard time believing the Thunder do that. Grizzlies are at Minnesota. Minnesota, a 13.5-point favorite over Memphis. Good golly, man. Some of these lines, like, we're seeing such huge lines, and this is why I guess people are bitching about tanking. That's because, true. I mean, you have to factor in effort, and some of these teams just don't care.
No. And they're trying to get out from the circumstances they're in, either having players just leave or get them traded. Memphis is an absolute mess.
Lakers, 8.5-point favorites hosting the Pelicans.
There's something brewing with the Lakers, man. I can't quite put my finger on it, and it's not good. You see that video of Redick and I mean, there's something going on internally that LeBron or Luka or somebody in this franchise is unhappy, and it's being voiced pretty readily. You can just kind of feel it's an agitated franchise right now.
Austin Reeves should demand a trade. After all the untouchable talk, he should demand a trade. Phoenix laying 10.5 on the road at Sacramento rounds out the NBA card for tonight. In the NHL, the Golden Knights are at Buffalo. Buffalo a -150 favorite.
What's wrong with your team, man?
They suck. That's what's wrong with them. They suck. I'm going to see them next week in Dallas. I hope they don't suck that day, but yeah, I'm taking a day off next week to go watch hockey. Sorry, guys. If this is just now news,
it's a worthy excuse. Go see a hockey game. I think that's one that the suits will accept.
Crush 11 beers. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Some Yinglings.
Florida's at the Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil. They are -110 both ways. The Pittsburgh Penguins are at the Bruins. Bruins -120. The Utah Mammoth. They're at Washington taking on the Capitals. Caps -125. Nashville in Columbus. The Blue Jackets -135. Winnipeg -160 hosting the Blackhawks. Ottawa is at Edmonton. A couple hosers matching up here. The Oilers -125. Dallas Stars at the Flames. Stars -135. Lightning -140 at Minnesota. The Colorado Avalanche -150 at the once mighty Anaheim Ducks. And the Montreal Canadiens -130 going into San Jose to take on the Sharks. In the world of collegiate men's basketball, I mentioned the Tennessee-South Carolina game. Tennessee 8.5-point favorites there. Probably the game of the night, Alabama at Georgia. Alabama -1.5. I love Alabama tonight. I think they smoked Georgia. I just think Alabama's figured something out. They've reached a level that they weren't earlier in the season. It's almost like kind of like Florida. Like early in the season, it wasn't going so great, and then I started to see it blossom. I've started to see it blossom with Alabama. They are turning back into a monster. And
that roadie against Tennessee was solid.
Yeah, and that's a team. They've got what you need in March. They've got a good head coach. They've got an NBA guard. They can go a long way. TCU's at Texas Tech. Looks like TCU's taking some money now. It's down. It went from 9.5 down to 8.5 now.
I look at the 148. That might be a little high.
I would think so too. But again, if Texas Tech just decides to chuck threes and gets hot again, who knows what can happen?
I don't know if TCU can keep up either way.
Virginia hosting Wake Forest. Virginia -14.5. North Carolina -4.5 against Clemson. That's gone up. I think I might be interested in Clemson tonight. Even though, again, North Carolina, much like Texas Tech, ever since their injury, has just been kicking me in the balls because they keep covering. St. John's 16.5 hosting Georgetown. Miami of Ohio -7.5 against Toledo. They've taken money too. They were 8.5 earlier, so Toledo, little Toledo money coming in. Florida -22.5 hosting Mississippi State. Mississippi State sucks.
Yeah, but that's so many points.
It is a lot. But Florida could also sleepwalk and do that. Oregon is at Illinois. Illinois an 18.5-point favorite.
Get right.
It does feel like a get right. Plus, Oregon is terrible and traveling off the West Coast, where they're even more than terrible.
Get right.
Is it a get-right day for Kansas? The Jayhawks -5.5 on the road at Arizona State.
I don't know, man. This feels like a little bit of a Hurley special.
I don't really love the idea of betting on Kansas away from home, to be honest.
Well, this could salvage Hurley's year just by taking Kansas at home.
And let's see. They are 4-1 in their last 5 home games. The Arizona State, their only loss in that stretch to Arizona.
It feels. I'm telling you, this feels like what do they call them? Fear the fork.
Fear the fork.
Fear the fork. This is one of those. I wouldn't want to go into one of the last homers that Arizona State's going to play this year.
It is the last home game they'll play this year. Yeah, I kind of senior night.
Kind of lit.
Vandy's at Ole Miss. Vandy minus 6.5. Man, I cannot believe how bad Ole Miss is at basketball. With Chris Beard there, it's almost like you would think when you've got a coach that good, there would be a floor that you like. I'm not saying you should be winning titles, but you should think there'd be a floor.
I don't think he's got any money. I don't think he can get any players. It's not about the X's and O's. I think it's about the Jimmies and Joes. He just doesn't have any talent.
He's got to get out of there.
Well, he's got to find some money to help spend some.
Yeah. And corn. It's corn.
Here's your upset right here.
You think so?
I think I watched UCLA go into
bad news, Rob. It's not an upset. UCLA's favored over corn.
I think Nebraska wins this game.
Oh, okay.
I think Nebraska I watched UCLA go into Minnesota. And Minnesota is not a good team.
No, but they are good at home.
And it was a game where UCLA had a shot. If they'd have just put things together, and they didn't. Nebraska's playing for a tournament. I mean, they're playing to get themselves ready. And I think this is going to be a tough one on UCLA today.
USC's won 4 straight home games in that stretch. They beat USC and Illinois.
That Illinois win mattered. But that Minnesota loss kind of proved who they were.
But again, that's on the road.
Still, that's Minnesota. 4 conference wins.
They've lost 6 games on the road. They've lost 1 game in their building. UCLA pretty good in
what do we got,
Pauling.
a 1.5? It's
a
basically
1.5.
a pick 'em.
Yep. UCLA minus 1.5.
You asked me that. Nebraska.
I think I like corn too. And corn has traveled better than I thought they would. Besides, the weird loss that they had at Iowa, I can't explain. They just missed shots. But their only other loss on the road was at Michigan, and they gave Michigan all they could handle in that game. I think Michigan beat them by 2 or 3 points. It was a very close game. And quite frankly, it's been Michigan, Illinois, and Purdue besides that Iowa game. Again, that's the only games that Nebraska's lost. What do Michigan, Illinois, and Purdue have in common? They're all top 10 caliber teams. UCLA does not fall into that category.
No, and their best player, Donovan Dent, is a hell of a point guard, but can't shoot.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm on Team Corn tonight. That does it for us, friends. We'll be back here tomorrow. We'll do this all over again, only slightly better, if you can believe that.
Can't be worse.
Yeah, Wednesday's show is always better than Tuesday's show. Always. Jason and Joe come up at 2 o'clock. That's called The Blitz. Stay tuned for that, and we will see you tomorrow, friends.
Riding the Work with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thomas.